Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello. There's Cling. That's a good way to start. Cling.
I was caught pouring a drink. I didn't know it was going to be that
Oh
short.
my god. What are you
He
drinking?
lives. He lives.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
blind. I'm blind.
Oh, okay.
How do you say that?
It's because my face
Ila?
is still in the picture. I have
Kel
no
Ila?
idea. It's Scottish, so just slur something and it'll be fine.
Oh, Kelila.
Exactly.
You seem more like a Jamaican pirate, but
Hey, I'm trying my best here, okay?
I was gonna get a ultra today, but I grabbed one of these neutrals instead. Maybe the second one.
an ultra neutral.
Ultra neutral.
Oh, that tastes like straight up orange. Good. I like it.
Yeah, yes, the patriarchy is back this week. Last week, Alexa let me down. She started to gaslight me.
You know what? You should rely on a woman.
That
It
was
was your
going to be my
fault.
own joke. Thanks for that. that was literally that was going to be the joke at the end of it.
I'm sorry. I ruined it. Okay, let's rewind.
Okay, your mic is very hot. Very hot.
I like it when it's hot. I'm sorry.
Also, I tried to watch your last stream. I think it was your last stream. It was one of the recent ones. And your chat was telling you your mic was hot. And you saw it. And then went, chat, is my mic hot? And then just ignored all of the answers. and like peaked your mic for 3 hours.
Oh
It
no.
was fine. Okay, is this better? Is this better?
Yeah, it's good.
That's better.
Sorry. I need a soundboard, I think. Oh, Brooke, can you send me a recommendation for a travel soundboard? Please and thank you.
Oh,
He just like
yeah,
floating for a
there's a
second.
roadcast. There's a few.
Okay,
It
send
depends
me
if-
it later. Don't worry.
Yeah. The
That'll be
Rodecaster X is good though. It's got a built-in.
Oh, it has my
capture
name
card
in
in
it. I know that
I
was
tell
really
you,
weird.
if you
Ignore
should
me.
go on Xbox Live. Everyone's got an X in your name. They'll be like, "Oh, my cousin."
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, we got this crew back.
Ignored.
So all the boys can be happy that there's some testosterone.
The
today.
patriarchy is back.
Yeah. This brew missed such a fun stream.
They've had
last
2
week.
weeks. I don't have a single sandwich. I was like, I left them alone to see if they could work without male presence overlooking. Nothing.
I sent a sandwich like 3 weeks ago. In
It
the
would be
mail.
really gross if you got there like that.
In the mail. Yeah.
We would have a better chance sending you Uber Eats or whatever your version of DoorDash.
Is she breaking up for everyone, or is it just me?
I was just you're breaking up a bit. Like a little robotic.
After what happened before the stream, I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe Steam's attacking me again.
After the Alexa debacle, he just thinks everything is gaslighting him.
Yes.
I feel like I'm being gaslit because I don't hear it. God damn it!
Well, you can't hear your own voice, well, except in real life, which if you were
It's like-
crackling in
it's
real
like
life would be...
breaking up in robotic.
This is USB.
Yeah,
so
it's like...
still.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back.
He's like,
Well, no, I'm like, still, it's like, what, that was one syllable.
I know.
It wasn't enough
Is
to
it still
tell
going
whether you like
robotic
cut
right
up or
now?
not.
And I'm gonna keep talking so that I can test
Wait.
this out. Is it still
That's actually
going
better.
it's
robotic?
better. It's
Okay,
better.
cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Well then, I need a hard line. I think that's
I've
a
been
problem.
having issues all like week. It's something like,
No, I'm serious. I need a hard
Oh,
line.
you
versus
are
wireless.
breaking up, yeah.
yeah, it's messing up again.
Never use wireless for streaming or gaming. It's number one.
That's what I told. Anyways. Anyways, I need to get a 100-foot cable to go from the wire.
I didn't get far into your stream because you were peeking the microphone, but I did get up to a point where you just went, "I'm a slut." I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, the game. I'm like, wait, what did I miss?
And then you were like, "I'm not gonna say anymore." I'm like, "You've said enough."
Yeah, I had 4 ladies. It's just vying for my attention. I'm a slut. There are 5
I had the
ladies on the roof.
clip somewhere. I don't even know where my
Oh,
clips
no.
are.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Well, this brew opens up a window 3 hours before, and then all of a sudden it starts playing. So who's it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
a I'm not a shy pop star, but I am a slut.
Is that what I said? No. I
Hang
don't
on.
say that.
I'll have to. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I opened this in the wrong window, so I'm not on Chrome. So there's gonna be 5,000 different tabs. I'm gonna switch over to Chrome. It'll be way easier.
While he does that, let's get a couple. Actually, there was a super chat that is not showing up. I hate when it does that. It didn't start. I seen it earlier. Gronk and Boom Productions for $1.99. Shout out to our boy Mazza reaching 500 subs. Boom. Yes, congrats, Mazza. And then I can't bring this one up, but Brokeback Mazza for $1.99. I wish I knew how to quit Epic Mike's soul poll. Thanks for that. Okay, is that nope, there was one more. I don't know why it didn't start. Also, Lord Botha's been a member for 8 months. Never forget Bennyology gained nearly 400 subs in under 30 minutes when G&G chat found out he had a hot sounding sister. Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay, now it's caught up. That's weird. I don't know why it does that. Like why it unstars sometimes when it's before the stream starts. Because sometimes it doesn't. What is that?
Oh, I
What's
hear
that
my
noise?
voice. That's weird. That's
sound
weird.
better.
I don't like it.
Wait, you heard your voice?
Did you accidentally have the
I heard it
chat
through
open?
your computer. I think.
Mhm.
No. I heard it. I
Screw is
heard
in the
it through you.
Matrix.
I
He's
think.
in
I
the
think
Matrix or
you're
something right now.
you're causing
Adam.
troubles.
Is my computer playing through my mic? That would be weird.
I think so. Or is it paying through?
Hang
playing
on,
through
then
your speaker?
testing.
Picking up. I hear it.
I
Loud?
hear it.
You hear it? Not loud. Quiet.
Not anymore. I did hear it.
Maybe
Now I
it's just
don't.
because it's so loud. Hang on. Why is that so loud? That is bizarre. Oh, that one.
It's like my voice is being heard by the dogs in the world.
That is weird. There must be. I don't know. I'm gonna restart the soundboard.
Okay.
We're having so many tech issues. My audio, Disprew's audio.
Computer.
Do you have any audio issues?
No, I'm good. I think. Am I good, chat? Any issues? Here, let me. While he's doing that, I'll finish the super chats. Corn Pop for $1.99 super sticker. Thank you. Multi, thank you for being a member for 16 months. 3 of the best women on the internet. Hell to you all, and throw out the
Aw, so cute.
Andrew Matthews, thank you for the £5. After sleeping with Wicked Kara and many others, X-Ray is now into Asian women.
God dang it. My camera's not working now. What the hell?
Uh-oh. It's okay. We will push through. We got through that one week when I was on my phone. Oh, wait.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I hear
So was
myself.
I myself. I hear myself too.
That's Disprew.
He's having issues. What's going on? Wait, it's done now.
He muted, that's why. Yeah, no, this is like top tier setup, guys. We're having audio issues, camera issues.
Yeah.
No, I got it. It was set to the wrong thing.
Oh, hold on. Fix your mic. What the heck?
I had to take my headphones off. What the hell?
Sorry,
Oh
chat. What is happening? What is going
I
on?
don't know.
You scared the chat. Sorry, guys. It's like, I didn't know what to do. Just...
And I thought my mic was hot.
Did you restart something? Poor Disparu. He slept
He
through
restarted
that.
the soundboard.
There you go, there you go.
StreamYard controls your microphone and changes the audio on your computer, or something is. Periodically, something changes the audio levels on my computer, so my mic is either decreased in decibels or massively increased in decibels, which is what that was. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I don't know what does it. It seems to be when I think it's something to do with StreamYard though, because I only get it with StreamYard. But yeah, again, StreamYard had selected an entirely wrong source compared to the one that it always is every single time, and so you were having like a mix. You were basically hearing what I hear, but over my microphone.
You sound
It was
like
very
Zeus?
disturbingly loud.
Oh, no, you're
I
robotic
can't.
again.
You're gonna have to do something about your microphone. It is unlistenable.
Is it that bad?
It's like
yes.
cutting out, staticky, and robotic.
Okay, let me restart. I'll be back.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're having issues.
Shall we humiliate her while she's away?
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna show you the clip of her stream.
Okay.
So, she's already shown it herself. It's not.
Yeah, she's got the good mic out too. The Rode Pod. I like that one. Okay, what is this?
I'm not a shy pop star, but I'm a slutty.
Oh no.
That's as far as I got in the stream, and it was just like, it was my favorite thing to go. She sees chat going, I'm peeking, and she goes, "Am I peeking, chat?" And then just looks away and starts talking about something in the game, and all the chat's like, yes, 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 and then she just ignores them, and then comes back and reads the chat from underneath all the things telling her to turn her mic down.
She said
And everyone
one
just giggled.
person. She said one person said it was good, so she probably was like, oh, okay, I'm fine then. Because there is times
No,
when like
it was obvious on the street. She's looking over here at something. She's talking about the game, and it's like, no, if you ask a question, wait for the answer.
it's true. But there's like sometimes that people like are using their phone and it sounds different, and then people like it drives me crazy. I know people are being honest, but like you get like 4 people that are like, you sound great, and then like 2 people are like, no, it's awful, and it's like, which one?
They're
Is it?
probably the correct ones.
The one saying it's awful, probably, yeah. So
I had to stop using. I had to stop using decent headphones to listen to streams because the better quality your audio is, the more you hear all the mistakes, and nobody's audio and streams are that good, and so it just ruins the stream for you. So you actually have to downgrade your audio to a level where it's like, no, I can't hear it anymore. It's fine.
Yeah, I've had to do that. That's why I like so far. I like the beacon. I do like the Shure mic, but the thing with the Shure mic is sometimes it'll like peak on you, like when you scream, it gets like real hot or something. Like if you're playing a scary game or something like that, because it is meant more like the Shure is great for a podcast mic, especially if you have multiple people in your room. Like if you see like I think Joe Rogan might.
Yeah,
use
that's
like,
just
those guys. They use the Shure mics because they're all in one room and it's good for that.
Yeah, they're dynamic mics. So
yeah, I do like it, but I love this one.
Whereas condensers are powered by electricity, dynamic is just powered by your voice, essentially. And so they're way lower decibels, and that means they just don't pick up everything.
Yeah. Oh, look at Carlos, your dad's back. Carlos Lima for 10. Hello to the 2 most beautiful and base women.
I
on
was with his
YouTube.
mum.
Hey, that's what he said. Hey, just thanks for being a true gentleman with my mom. Also, thanks for the tea. The Brits really perfected the tea.
It doesn't work if he said it about himself.
He said it when you weren't here. He was like, he's out with my mom. Well, there you go. He's like, now it's not funny because I can't make it a joke. MTV Steve's been a member for 13 months. Oh, hey, let's go. Thank you, Steve. Justin Martin's for 5. Thank you. Late and Lesbian with Gary Boomer Energy. Saucy Saturday. Here we go. What a heck of a start. And we had 500 people watching for that one. So someone in the chat was like, this is a skit. Is this a sketch? And I'm like, yeah, that was a sketch. Actually, it'll be back soon. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian
Just blame
5.
StreamYards. It's awful.
Yeah. I've been having issues with OBS lately too.
StreamYards is the most popular service everybody hates.
It's true though. Hi to the vivacious X-ray girl, percipient. What converts you in the humoristic disparu? Count on Saucy Saturdays consistently entertained.
Missing a U though.
He's got always got something. Either you don't know what he meant and you had to look it up, or I don't know. Anyways, but no,
I think he does it deliberately.
Probably, but I like it.
Who was it? Somebody said something the other day. It was someone. It was Rachel Zegler. She wrote this word. I've never seen this word in my life. I've never heard this word, seen this word. Nobody's ever used this word in the history of the universe. And then Rachel Zegler comes out and says it. I'm like, no, you looked for a word, an unusual word.
What word?
I can't even remember. I put it in a video because I had to look it up. And it was something like, it was, I think it was in her apology messages.
Which word?
And it was like, I won't
can't
pretend
remember.
to be something. And the thing meant an innocent or unsophisticated woman. And I'm like, firstly, you're not sophisticated. Secondly, there's no way you knew whatever that word was. I've never heard it in my entire life.
She's not innocent.
It was like Angunic or something. It was like a really strange thing.
Oh, this one? Ingenue?
That's the one. It's not Ingenue, though. It's like Angenue. So it's even pronounced bizarrely.
There you go.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, she looked it up.
I think the first one was the correct.
She definitely
Yeah,
looked it up.
it was the most
That's a big
bizarre
word.
thing ever.
Yeah, I sound better. Thank you, chat.
You sound good. Yeah, you sound good. When I
I
finish
also
this,
saw
I might
there's
go
an
get
update.
I might go get an. Oh, okay, that'll get you.
For my
I've been
mic.
having issues though with OBS. So first, when I was playing Demonologist last week, my screen just randomly would go black. My game capture, and I'm like, "What the frig? Not for me. Nothing was fine. There, nothing needed to be updated."
It was for
So I had to-
Friday.
I had to delete. What?
Black Friday.
Oh no, it was Sunday. I had to delete the game capture.
I like
And
how
then
you thought
reboot
about
it
it,
up.
tried to translate it, and then we're like,
And
I'm just going to ask
"Wait,
him.
what?" I'm
Just gonna add you. It's
Um,
fine.
Yeah, it's weird. And then I was playing the other day, and like I was playing Dead by Daylight, and my character was just black, like a shadow.
So you
For
did
Friday.
blackface?
Yeah.
Both.
This
Black Friday-
racism has to
Black
stop,
Friday.
Wicked. We've talked about this before.
You know, you just
You can't
just
keep getting
admit
away
it.
with this.
Just admit that you did.
You're
that.
gonna have to
It's
start. You're gonna have to
fine.
start leading Canada if you keep doing that.
I'm gonna I'm gonna start becoming istonphobe, all that stuff. I don't know, but
Mm.
anyways, tech issues, but we're good. I'm
I
lower
think we're
now.
all caught up on the tech issues.
Hold on, everyone's saying I'm lower now. Hold on.
Well, she's short enough already.
I know how I can't
Yeah,
get much
she is
lower.
very tiny human being.
Actually, it was like, well, you're taller than my mom because she's short too. But she's like, I feel like her mom. We're walking around and she's like grabbing like my snacks that I want
she
to
looks
throw
like
on.
she's like my child when we walk around. It's sad.
So sorry.
Go on the bus. You get a free ticket. So, oh,
Yeah, I mean, you could if you really wanted to dress and like act like a 12 and under. You probably could. You might need a chest binder, but you know, it's fine. Those are probably really popular nowadays, right?
probably get you more
I mean,
viewers.
they're probably on sale for Black Friday.
Roaring trade on Black Friday. So I've waited all year for this.
Hey, I love chicken tendies, okay? uh,
It's like when
so-
people talk about boneless wings. Wings require bones to. If they're boneless wings, they're just chicken
crunchy-
nuggets,
they're-
and they're not wings.
They're just crunchy chicken nuggets. That's what they are. Boneless wings are just very crunchy.
But nothing to
chicken
do with
nuggets.
wings.
No.
I don't even know how
true.
you take how you take the bone out of a wing.
You don't. They're
So-
just they're chicken nuggets.
Yeah, boneless winter
Disgusting.
nuggets or tenders.
Oh
like
God,
you
I don't know what's
tenders.
happened to your mic, but it's worse now.
Oh no, poor X-Ray.
It was fixed, but then whatever you've just done messed it up.
She's gonna come right back. Aw. I hate when that happens.
Well, it's
It's,
weird because normally when you fix it, it's fixed. Unless it's like a wire problem or something, so when you move it around, it changes.
Yeah.
I just like how she
Good
was in a
back.
room where she was complaining about, no, I can't be on Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi in this room's horrible. So then she moved to a different room where the Wi-Fi is horrible. And then there's Mark in his room. Perfect.
I know.
I'm like, move to
he's
Mark's
just
room.
cruising. It's so funny. I've never gone on like one of his streams and he had an issue. He's just like,
No,
oh, hi.
here's the fine.
Puppies.
He can sit on the sofa with puppies and be fine. Like, do that.
Poor X-Ray.
I think it's fixed.
You're okay. Oh, she's
It
not
is for
defeated.
now.
Don't be defeated. Just look at
I
your
need
kitty.
a soundboard. Disbrew, can you just drop the recommendation in the chat now? I'm just gonna order it now because clearly there's something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
might as
I mean,
well. Cyber Monday.
I'll look for others because the one I'm thinking of, the reason I like it is because it's small and it's got a capture card in it as well. But if you don't
I like
need the capture
compact
card, there
for
might be a
that.
better.
Oh my
That's why
god.
he gets
Yeah, he just plugs his mic into his lug. It's got an XLR port.
got a USB in there.
What?
He's got
An
everything he
XLR
needs.
port
There's
in
like,
there.
I mean, it's shaped like a mic almost.
He's got 48-volt phantom power, but
Yep.
it's just from him. Like his
Wait, what-
heart beats a
what was
little
the
bit faster
soundboard
when his
called?
mic's on.
The Rodecaster X?
Yeah. But like I say, if you don't need the capture cards, there might be better alternatives, which are cheaper.
Okay. I'll figure it out. I'm looking. I can't find it, so
I have
already I'm
one.
lost.
I have one, but I haven't actually hooked it up because I have a Stream Deck. But I wanted a soundboard to mess with. For
Stream decks
I
are
don't know.
nice.
Well, if
I love my
yeah,
Stream Deck.
if you just need the audio, Stream Deck's fine.
Yeah,
The soundboard is like with mic amps and everything at the same time.
I'll
Just-
probably put the soundboard in my travel bag and use that if I need to when I'm away. I don't know.
okay.
That's-
You never
that's a-
know when you
long
might
time
need
to
it.
get here.
No, it's little. It's little. It's a
Oh.
little one. Yeah,
the little wee one.
it's a little baby.
Tiny.
So I was about to ask this question, and then X-Ray went robotic and had to leave. Have you
Sorry.
How
guys
rude.
messed with? How dare you? Have you messed with the Grok thing on?
No, have
X?
you?
Yeah, did you see my picture?
Oh,
My
no,
picture was
hold up,
awesome.
I didn't. I haven't
you
been
show it?
on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull yours up and I'll pull mine up. It sounds awful. Never mind the way I
I
worded
want to
that.
see it.
I have to go to Kriegler's timeline because I know that's where I posted it.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious that you post
mine
so
went
much.
through- And it was like dreaming of King Arthur bringing back the Empire. I'm like, this is based.
I liked mine. There was like
Have
some
you-
issues with it because it's AI, but it was still so funny. And I was like, it's pretty spot on. And I actually have a tank top like that, so okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Put a picture in and then it like
No,
You just say draw me.
Draw me based on my post. That's
No,
what
you
or
can just
your
say draw
tweets.
me.
Oh, okay.
okay. So okay, I'm gonna
Do
try
it.
this. I'm gonna try
Do
this.
it.
Go to
Like, I'll
Grok.
show you mine. This was mine.
Wait, I want
And it literally says, I generated an image with the prompt Disparu, a sharp critic of Hollywood, fantasizing about King Arthur resurrecting the Empire in a style that captures the essence of Great Britain's cultural critique.
Wait. I can't wait to show you mine now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Oh,
my
God.
That is very on point, except the one dog looks a little evil. The white one scared me a little bit.
X-Ray Girl in a vibrant comic book style, showcasing her love for movies like Wicked and Gladiator 2. Wow.
I mean, I've talked
I didn't know
about
you
it
loved Gladiator 2.
Here, this is-
Apparently.
When I posted mine, I didn't post like the words
With-
that went with it.
With elements
like
of
that.
Fortnite, which you've played like
Your
twice.
boobs might pop out.
Back in the
Grok,
day,
make
which is
your
so
boob.
weird.
Look
Why
at
is
your
it
boob.
only in Fortnite?
Yeah, that is a long time ago because all my stuff was like recent posted, maybe the last week
and
or so.
Diablo 4. Like, that's so strange.
Well, you have streamed it with Tugs, so
Canadian
you probably
landscape, I
tweeted
love
the
that.
stream links or something, which you
Oh,
got it
yeah.
from.
In a Canadian landscape. I don't know how that looks Canadian with the palm trees. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that
see,
is.
Yeah, I see that too.
Is
Your
it ge-
boobs are about to pop out.
I know my left titty is huge.
The dog is the one like forcing it out. Just like pushing it.
Leaning.
I'm guessing this is JoJo because that's a smaller dog. The Rocky's the big one.
I think it got confused between Canadian and Caribbean. I think that's what's happened there. It was like, well, they both begin
yeah.
with a C.
I know she needs smaller eyes because I mean I'm Asian, so
Yeah, I
That's
like
true.
this-
Although I don't know whether you've seen it going around. There was a slapping video. You know, like the championship slap things.
Mhm.
And there's a woman that starts like Asian, and the guy slaps her, and she just turns into like some random white girl. I'm like, he literally just entirely changed her ethnicity. It's a bizarre video.
okay. Draw me an anime. Let's
Oh,
try
I
this.
want to do that one now.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
okay.
cute.
Apparently, I'm like still a white girl.
That is not a.
Anime, well, Latino maybe, featuring her love for comics. Okay, and again, her playful witty in a vibrant, imaginative scene with elements from California. Well then,
Oh god, have you seen Lady Gravemasters? Like,
No.
she's come back. She's come out with some bangers, but I've just seen this one, the most recent one. She asked it to include her husband.
Wow.
Like,
Looks like a romance novel.
yeah. I was like, whoa.
This was the one I'm doing the draw me and anime. This is what I got.
Ooh, that's not anime,
Oh.
really.
No,
I like it was like the
I'm
flag
doing
is
that
so
one
heavy it
now.
requires 2 poles.
I know. I'm like, that's what does it say? A passionate American streaming on Kick, celebrating Thanksgiving, engaging in live gaming sessions like Silent Hill 2 and DBD, hosting Saucy Saturdays with friends, enjoying shows
Oh
at the
my god,
Penguin.
should we do one with the 3 of us? Can you say draw me,
Look.
X, and disbrew?
Yeah, I'll try it. Look at this is my anime one. I'm
Oh.
a
Okay,
witch.
I can see that.
It's your hair though. It's like purple. Okay, so
I
you
know
want
that
to
is
draw?
my hair right now.
I wonder if I can at you guys. Draw me.
You'd probably have to put in the at tags, yeah, so
Let's just see what happens. Oh yeah, is it just
because
X-ray
it won't
girl?
know, but it might be able to pick up different feeds.
What's your at
At
Mine's
X-Girl
Disparu2, TOO.
underscore? Okay, and then at
Disparu
this-
T00 or TOO.
TOO like that.
Yeah.
Me and X-ray girl. And okay, don't worry, we'll get to topics in a minute, guys. We're having fun.
We're having
She-
fun.
She's a little bit confused.
Let's see. Imagine
probably
it just
gonna
pulls up our thumbnail.
I can't generate that kind of image.
Aw!
Yeah,
Darn
it
it.
doesn't know what you mean, I think.
Probably not.
Okay, wait. I have one then. I have one in
Here,
my
you
head.
go ahead.
Where's Grok? Draw a Canadian, Asian, American, Italian, and British guy. Okay, a Canadian, Asian girl. I should say girl. American, Italian girl.
I'm
and a
gonna
British-
laugh. If it's like, it's gonna just be like, I don't know.
I don't know what's coming
No,
up.
just
So
for-
Or like it
Really?
could literally be anything, yeah. That is
Aw,
just
we're so
drawing
cute.
3 people.
Can we do it like in anime style? You can just
Yeah,
draw
it looks
a
like
face.
David Beckham on the left. On the right,
Kind of
rather.
look like a Beckham, yeah. Like a young
Which
Beckham.
one's supposed to be the Asian girl? Looks like maybe the middle one, but like, they both kind of just look American.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just random people.
It's
What-
just random people.
Well, it is. It's like an American. It's like,
Use that for the episode thumbnail. Good.
Although that looks
Ooh, there we
more
go.
like, well, the British guy has to be blonderish, even though this was not blonde.
no, I'm not blonde at all.
He's
You're
like, that's on
blonde.
point, actually. What do you mean?
I have brown hair. He has brown hair.
There we go. That's us. That's us.
We're so
This-
cute.
We are very cute, actually.
I like that. You should save that. I like it. People use it as a thumbnail.
Save image. There we go.
I might be able to put our faces on it and make it look even more realistic.
You're gonna use the face swap app.
Yep.
All right. So this room missed the talk last week. I'm sure he's very upset about
Can't
it.
put it like that. Disbrew missed the talk.
Just
We were going to bring up the birds and the bees, and we were like, no.
We talked a little
The
bit
talk.
about.
Everyone
a
knows
little
what
bit-
the talk is.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
the birds
this-
and the bees. The wicked talk.
It's time for the
we can
talk.
call it wicked too. It can be wicked.
It's true. It's
I'm
true.
sorry, but if you're talking about Wicked and Gladiator 2 to merge them together in like the Barbenheimer,
Glicked.
it's clearly glicked. It's not glicked, it's glicked.
Oh God, he's trying to.
I'm
teach
going
us
to the
English.
cinema to get glicked, so that's what people need to be saying.
You want to go to the cinema and get what now?
Glicked. Look,
And who?
it sounds like something a BBC presenter should be getting arrested for.
You
I
said
think
it
we
though.
might actually get arrested in this moment for that statement.
He's like, I want to get.
It's not.
I'm gonna
I'm not the
repeat
one
it.
going. It's a load of women going to get glicked in the cinema.
And they bring their boyfriends too, or the husbands. They're all getting glicked together.
I don't know about that. They'd tell them where they can shove it. Do you want to
Oh,
go and
yeah.
see Wicked? No, actually,
No, they're gonna
No.
tell them where to shove it, and then they'll get glicked.
no, they're not getting glicked.
They're
They'd probably
not
get
like-
glicked if they went.
That sounds like what you would call the people that watch Glee. Glicks.
I mean, I kind of want to go and get glicked now.
I thought that was just gay. Well, hey, drag
Speaking
Mark
of
along,
gay-
or at least his leg. You like that'll do. Multifunctional.
speaking
Which
speaking
leg?
of gay, this
The good
This
one.
This gif
Good
is
one.
living rent free in my head.
Oh, Ariana's glicking her.
That's what it is. We figured it out.
It is interesting why she wants that finger specifically.
Ah.
It's
Yeah.
so strange. Like, if I'm going to comfort someone, it's not going to stroke their finger.
If you're ever upset, I'll just rub your fingernail for you. Actually,
I
don't
think
worry,
she
got
literally
you.
went to grab her hand and then realized if I grab her hand, I'll snap all of her nails off because she's put some like horrific abomination on them. So she's like, this is the safest thing I can do in this moment.
It's just so weird, and this I think this was the interview. We'll watch little bits of certain ones where she was crying, Cynthia, and Ariana. I mean, Ariana has long nails too, but not that long, and she had to like wipe her tears for her.
Yeah, but hers are real, aren't they?
No, probably not.
Oh.
It could be.
But they're at
I've
least
had very
reasonable
long
to the
nails
point where
that
you
are
can
real.
think they're real. This is the whole
Yeah.
point. Makeup used to be like when in the 90s everyone went for the natural look. When the idea was if someone can tell you put makeup on, you put too much on.
Yep.
Whereas now it's just
I
like
love the
people
90s
are
look.
getting like building equipment to apply it. They've got like trowels to stick it on their face. Where it's gone way too far. It's the same with nails. If I know your nails are fake, and I'd be really bad at telling, as I've just proven, they're too much.
Yeah. No,
We know our nails talk.
What?
I'm joking. I don't know.
I don't know. You
I
can't
don't
hear
even
me
know
on
what
my-
you're on about. Nails talk. I wasn't sure whether you were talking about TikTok or nails talk, and you're
Oh.
just Canadian.
No, I just said I think boys like when girls have nails for a certain reason. Not that long. That long is a little
That's too much. Yeah.
But nicely polished nails. It can
Yeah.
things.
There's something feminine about it. Like it's not to come at the girlies that don't like to paint their nails. Fine, do you? But I'm just saying, me personally, I've had this talk with X-Ray before, like personally, that we're like, having paint is more feminine and
Well, you can
pretty
go
and-
two ways. You can have no paint on your nails, or you can have well-kept nails, but you can't put paint on
Yeah.
them and have it chipped.
Yeah.
That's the worst out of all the situations. You're one or
It
the
looks
other.
So it looks so trashy. to
I just
chipped
have
nails.
red ones. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't do anything, it's like, oh, you just don't paint your nails. But if they're painted and chipped, it's like, well, now I'm just a sloth.
Oh, I gotta get my nails
just
done.
a
And the only way you can
sloth.
get away with being a sloth is if you're a bloke.
I just painted mine. Anyways, we've got Girly again, even with this brew here.
No,
Ah,
because
the patriarchy
I'm
isn't
insulting
working.
people. That's the patriarchy. This is like stop applying makeup with a trowel, you slags.
So every time he throws
Slags.
slags into something, it just throws me off. Where
I only just found out Americans don't use the word row.
What does
I
that
think
mean?
Gary was talking about how row was British. You don't know what row means?
No.
Like
It
a
just
fight?
means like an argument. If you're having a row, you're having an argument.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. I'm gonna use that
And,
now. You
and
want to
if
have a row?
arguing would be rowing.
I go wow instead.
I don't know whether Americans could say it though, because like as we found out with the word horror, they go horror, so maybe they go roaring. It's like what?
Oh,
Row, row, row.
I was
row.
roaring. What? You were a lion?
Gently down the stream.
No, that's row, not row.
Oh, wait. So how do you spell row?
Same way.
ROW, like row.
And you
Hey, England is a high context country with a high context culture. Though you understand it by being English, which is why it doesn't work for foreigners.
You now about row and row.
Look, you're foreign. I can perfectly understand how your inability to speak English properly.
No, that's very true. But I'm still gonna try and argue this. It's stupid.
That's also how I know you're foreign.
It's just
'Cause I'm
stupid.
critiquing the
But no, because
English.
you're willing to argue when you're losing. Yes, it's very uncivilized.
No, I think it's just
The Brits
being
would
a woman.
never.
Hey, we bring our army along at the same time. We implanted the flag first, and then we started the argument.
Why would you say implanted versus? I don't
Raised.
know.
Yeah, as opposed to what?
I don't know. Implanted.
I actually
sounds
don't
like
know the
very-
official terminology
It just
for
sounds more intrusive.
invading
like,
a country and sticking a
duh.
flag in the ground.
Maybe we should just call it rowing a flag at this point. It doesn't matter.
Rowing the flag. Yeah. You've just got like the British Armada with a massive
Oh,
flag
yeah.
behind it in the ocean.
I'm going to row your boat. What?
Row, row, row.
I'm not a shy
Scooby-Doo.
pop star, but
She went full
Slut.
Scooby-Doo.
You're welcome.
that was a better clip than the one in the previous stream. That one was really enthusiastic.
Well, call me a garden tool.
I did like that on Enter Gundam's videos. He used to go around calling everyone gardening tools. I think it was It's a Gundam. Someone did. Oh no, the quartering. He was the one that used to use it all the time.
See,
Yeah.
I like saying that versus calling someone a hoe.
Saying what
It's
instead?
Do
Doesn't it?
both.
Saying they're a garden tool instead of calling them
Oh.
a hoe.
Well, the best bit is, if they are a gardening tool, they won't
Said say
actually
both.
get what you're saying because they're too thick. So when you call them a gardening tool, they'll have to ask what you mean, and then you get to call them a hoe afterwards. Get to do it twice. The best insults are the ones that the
Twice
people
as
don't
nice.
understand. That if you can pitch it, if you can like work out where someone's level is and pitch an insult just above it, so they know they're being insulted but can't work out how, that's the best. That's like
You
pitching a joke
outsmarted
perfectly.
them.
Well, I mean, you're always going to outsmart them because you could know where their level was in the first place. But that way, you make them know you've outsmarted them, but they don't know how. It's the level of confusion because you can pitch something too high where they just don't understand it at all. So you have to be very specific. It's like Tom Cruise in, I think it's Reacher, and the girl sits opposite him, and he's like, "Sorry, I can't afford you." And she's like, I'm not a pros. And he's like, well, in that case, I really can't afford you. And she's like, no, I told you I'm not one. He's like, yeah, they would have got the joke. And it was like, all the time. It was perfectly pitched for it.
Soup's awkward.
Very awkward. Okay, I'm making a couple of these super chats before we dive into
Into
some
a
of these
topic?
interviews. Yeah, these interviews, so exciting. Ken, thank you for the Canadian 5. Wicked Virtue and Extra Girl. Good evening, lovely ladies and Disbrew. Loved your Grok tweet. Is it Grok? How do you pronounce it? Grok, right?
Grok.
Grok? Okay. Thanks, Ken.
Where would Grok come in?
I don't know. Grok. I don't know.
Elon isn't that, like, posh. It's like, no, it's Grok, actually. Like, when he sends a rocket up there, he's going to call it Uranus. He's not going to call it
Probably.
Uranus like NASA.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
He's going to tweet out, I've just landed a rocket on Uranus. We all know.
Mason, thank you for the Norwegian 50. Hello from Norway, Disbrew. Can Doctor Who be saved? Horrified
No.
from hearing about the new Christmas special. Oh, they're doing another one, huh? Oh,
I
they do
haven't
it every
heard
year,
about
I
the new
take it?
special. I just know it's coming up. And I think Gary said there's a rather large companion in this one. So it's a good job that the TARDIS is bigger on the inside than the outside, but no one knows how they're going to fit her through the door. But basically, to save Doctor Who, it'd either have to be sold off, or the BBC would have to be saved. And there's no saving the BBC. They are way too far gone. In everything they've ever done, they've said the problem with what we're doing is we're way too right-wing. They genuinely think that. And so they wouldn't even be able to tell you why people didn't like Doctor Who.
Oh, here you go, Disbrew. This answers your question about Rachel.
The common parlance in theatre. Literally
Jefferson.
never heard it. Never heard anyone even say it or reference it or anything.
Me neither. The more you know.
It's a weird word to use in theatre as well, though. It's like an innocent or uncivilized woman. It's like, where would that come up in theatre?
Maybe just practicing the word. I don't know. He's loading. He's got to think on that.
I mean, maybe if it's... I could understand it if it was like, no, Shakespeare used it a lot or something. It's like, oh, well, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I'd never heard of it until you just
Mind you,
said it
these
on
people
screen.
literally go around telling each other to break a leg, and then I saw Rachel Zegler and I understood.
Makes sense. That's probably where I don't know. I mean, maybe someone in the chat can clarify, but that could really be where it came from. Someone they didn't like break
It would
a
make
leg.
sense. She has a theatre background, so that would make sense.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
in
otherwise
Dan-
she'd be intelligent, and I
Otherwise, she'd be intelligent.
how on earth am I supposed? I can't stretch my disbelief that far.
in dance we used to say merde all the time, which
That's just French, though. That's
French,
common.
yeah. I don't know what it meant, but it was a
Mid.
bad
Oh.
word.
It's
Yes,
a
it means
character
shit.
type, generally a lead
Ah,
female
well,
part.
there,
Okay.
nerd.
Well, that makes sense then.
Mud. Yeah.
Jason Webster, thank you for another 5. The 45th
I've
Blue
been in
Dragon
France
film-
before when people were arguing, and I didn't know a word they were saying. You could just tell by their tone of voices they were having a massive row. and then randomly,
time
they'd,
now.
they'd just be like, theatre. And he's like, blah, 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 theatre, blah, 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 car. I'm like, what? It was like, they use so
Getting
many English
deep.
words in the French language that you just pick out random things.
Jason, thank you for the 5. The 45th Blue Dragon Film Awards were held on Friday. Exhuma won 4 awards, including Best Actress. 12 The Day won 3 awards, including Best Film.
I don't even know what the Blue Dragon Awards are.
Me neither.
Is it like an Asian cinema thing?
Is it from Bad Dragon?
Really? Really?
It's the Dragon Award. They could be doing one. I don't know.
Well,
They
I mean,
probably would.
Is Dragon Con all about bad dragons?
Bet they're having a Black Friday sale.
Everyone's having a Black Friday sale.
Probably.
Only for the black dragons, though.
Don't listen to them. It's my innocent kitty.
It's so cute. It's like cute, but like there's a creepy element to it as well. But it's very. It's
That's
more
because
cute.
she's hung it.
creepy.
It's because it's hanging itself on her microphone.
It's not.
That's the
hanging,
creepy thing.
well, where am I supposed to put it?
No, it's cute. It's just it's like it's cute. Don't worry.
It just has
Don't-
a sad face. That's why.
You would walk into a town and that would be over the gate as a warning to not commit crime within the city.
Well, I do eat dogs. So
She'd be like,
it's
what
dangerous.
else can I do? I don't know. Crucify it. There's many various different
Its
ancient
arms
methods.
do not detach from its body. I can't crucify it.
They do if you try hard enough.
I have to try harder.
Also, during crucifixion, they didn't detach the arm.
Because the arms are sewn on the body. Well, I guess that's in itself a torture if you were to
Yeah, you've already. Yeah, you're not helping your own case there, are you?
got him this way, okay?
Yeah.
You came this
It was
way.
just so he couldn't hold onto the rope.
But he has a cute little bear purse. Adorable.
Oh, well, that makes
It
up for the hanging then, doesn't it, really?
Yeah,
It makes up for all of
I was
it.
like, at least I let him keep his purse.
Yeah, and his Hello Kitty hat. It's so cute.
Duffy, thank you for the 5. Grok is a word from the book Stranger in Strangeland. To fully grok someone after they die, you eat their corpse in a stew. Well, thank you
Wow.
for that information.
That's disturbing.
I
That's a
didn't know
very
that.
weird thing to name your AI, then, really, isn't it?
He probably did it on purpose too, knowing Elon. Like, there's a reason. that he
It definitely
followed.
references something, I'm sure.
Yeah. I've never
Maybe
heard
not
that,
specifically that, but maybe there's another monster or something.
but, maybe. All right. Let's get to.
I mean, this is a guy who spent a lot of money on his rockets to make them pointier just because he saw it in the movie.
Wouldn't you do stuff like that if you had that kind of money? Like, I'm gonna make everything
Absolutely,
exactly
but I
the
didn't
way
expect someone
want.
that had that amount of money to do that.
Yeah. Oh.
Normally, the desire to
Ah.
do that actually stops you making the money to do that.
StreamYard's updated. Now we're on the bottom instead of the side.
We can go at the bottom or we can go on the side.
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
Allows you
okay.
to do both.
I think we should go on the side.
Yeah, I like
for
the side
this.
better. I didn't
Yeah,
update
after
it,
all the
so-
Destiny videos, I don't want to see a bottom today.
Oh, I never
Uh,
saw that. Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
see it. I don't want-
I
I
haven't
do
seen. I haven't seen it either, but I don't want to either.
I heard that he's taken a whole row in.
and
Oh yeah,
nobody's
the
surprised by
weirder
it.
thing was that people were surprised, and it's like, no, he's been perfectly honest about this.
He's
I
been
don't know
open
why
that
anyone
he's
would
done
be.
it,
Yeah.
But I just the proof of it, I guess, was more disturbing than.
Well,
didn't
yeah,
even
but that's
know-
kind of your own fault. If you go looking that stuff up, that's your own fault, really. At the end of the day.
Exactly. I'm not. I don't want to see that. I don't need to see that.
The best was when somebody said he was it was Camelot was talking about
That's
how
where I
like
saw the tweet of
disappointed
it.
he was
What?
because he wasn't
Why?
particularly endowed.
Oh,
It was
No,
like I really feel
Cody
sorry
would say
for
something
him.
like that. No, I didn't even know who Destiny was
He-
until like a
he
few months
pitied
ago. I'm
him,
like,
put
I
it
thought
that
was
way.
some girl. He
what is
pitied him.
hitting?
Pitted him. Yeah,
Like
as in I
pity?
pity you.
Oh, pity him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
that should give you an idea.
Oh.
And I was
poor
just like,
Destiny.
well, yeah, he's left with what do you expect? They're not renowned for their testosterone. They'll all be like that.
Yeah.
I just thought
True.
this was taken as read. This is why they're so pissed off all the time.
Because they have a small penis.
Yes. It's like,
I
I've got
mean-
something to prove, so I'm going to pretend I'm a woman.
Okay. Listen.
Look, they've taken on every single effeminate ideology they can physically fit inside themselves.
No comment. No comment.
All right. Well, let's watch the first interview that we're gonna be checking out today. I
You
think
know
this is the
what?
one-
They have small D energy in this. That's how
These do?
small it is.
I should hope they did. Although,
Although what?
What were you
I'm
gonna say?
waiting.
I can't.
I'm
You just
waiting.
circled her face.
I'm waiting.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I
Oh.
was messing with my mouth.
How is that you wouldn't be surprised?
Okay.
I'm a person, and I feel, and I have feelings, and I can share them.
And if you need to cry right now, you cry.
No, stop.
And,
Stop crying. Stop your feelings. Grow up. Stop
Stop
being a
rolling.
pathetic little child.
Those-
It's like, seriously, people talk about their feelings like a child does. Like, it's
Well,
just because
like
nobody has
40
told them to
do.
grow up. No one cares about your feelings. Your feelings are irrelevant. You're irrelevant as a person. You need to shut up and grow up. It's like, seriously. Imagine caring about your feelings when you're above 8 years old.
Well,
She's like
I
almost
will say
42.
this. I will say this. If you have a crisis or whatever, like heightened emotion, I think it's fine to have feelings. Okay, but not
No.
in every single interview
There's
that you
very,
do.
no,
there's
no,
very few
not
situations in
publicly.
life where you ever need to actually have strong emotions about it.
Hey, you're a
We're literally
man.
talking about, like,
You,
the birth of your
Yeah,
first
you're a
child,
man.
getting married, and death. You shouldn't have that much emotion about sitting in a room getting glicked.
When I got into school for X-ray, that was like such a rush of emotion for me.
No, getting into school, no.
well,
Uh,
especially if
maybe
there's some
depression.
When you're a
If going into
girl-
higher education, I could understand if you got depressed. You're like, oh no, I made a bad decision here. No,
No,
literally,
women
I have
are
said many
more
times, if you have a
emotional.
degree that isn't in, like, STEM, right? If you have any other degree and you still respect academia, you were too thick to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I
It-
need
it-
to go to academia to do my job, but hey, whatever.
Well, no. Well, you also would like, what is it? Science, technology. Is it technology? Engineering and
yeah.
medicine. So the main hard sciences, essentially.
I fall into Disbrew's okay category.
Medicine is fine. Like, obviously, you can't go and be a doctor without a degree. That's fine. Basically anything else, though, this includes the one that I went to, if you went through all of education and you didn't realize how pathetic it was, especially the people there, like, when you're getting educated by people who are beneath you, it's like, no, this is a farce.
You
Like,
know what? I will say
seriously.
this. When I was just in sciences in university, I'm like, why the hell am I here? What is this going to amount to? I need a master's or a doctor's in order to get a job in my field that I want, at least where I was.
Well,
So,
I'm not even
like,
necessarily saying that a degree is a bad thing because you set up a system where it's required for many jobs. I'm just saying that the process itself, it should lead you to not respect academia and to realize that the entire thing is a scam and everybody in it is pathetic.
you
it's
pay
like-
a lot to get a degree that says that you study well.
It's not even if it was free. Even if it was free, the entire system of academia they've set up is just fundamentally and functionally a farce. And I don't think it used to be. I think it's something it's turned into.
Well, and then on top of that, we have YouTube, which teaches you a lot of the things that they do teach in university, or well, it depends on which college program already. So why do we need it?
True.
And-
Yes, Wicked.
Sorry, I'm slutting you guys. I'm like, I don't want to
Oh,
interrupt.
are we gonna fight, Disbrew? We haven't had a fight in a long time.
I know. I didn't know.
Oh,
if
I
that
think we
was
kind
gonna
of
happen,
agreed.
where it was going.
Oh yeah, we agreed.
I think we agreed, but what you were talking about wasn't what I was referring to because I'm talking about the institution as a whole and the way
And
it's
I'm
run.
talking about the actual.
Whereas you're talking
education.
about like the cost and stuff and whether it's actually worth it. And it's like, I'm not even saying it's a bad idea because it might be needed in a career path. So something can still be a good idea to do for your career and also utterly pointless. And it is like,
Yes.
you should go through it. And by the end, you should realize that everything you've just gone through is completely pathetic. And like, respect. This is why when people go, it's the science. It's like, if you've gone through higher education and you still respect the science, you didn't understand it.
Science is settled.
Science.
Sorry.
All right. Let's finish this.
Or as Fauci
interview.
says, I am science. I remember hearing
Yeah,
that quote
isn't that literally a Palpatine quote? I think
Sounds like one. I don't know.
no, I don't think it was science, but like I am democracy or something like that. I am the Senate. I think that was it.
Yeah, that is it. That's it. Okay, here we go. There she
And,
goes.
someone said to me once
I'm pretty sure the interview just started too, which like calm down.
that the green was the thing that I would love the most about Alphabet.
Where'd
that
actually
I would want to stay green.
Lost her.
But actually,
This is actually quite insightful from her.
I'm not playing this character, but every time I took the makeup off, I like loved who I was even more.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why. Like she doesn't put those things together because people were going, you were in green makeup, and therefore, because they were like, oh, you're so oppressed the way you are, you must loved being in green makeup because it allowed you to be someone that wasn't you, that wasn't oppressed. And she was like, I thought I'd be the same, but then I took it off and realized, no, I like myself. So yeah, that is you realizing that actually you're incredibly privileged the way you are. You literally get stuff for no reason. You're in this role just for that reason alone. And so because you're getting so many privileges and benefits being that way, of course you don't want to be green. You don't want to take away your privileges and benefits and unearned job path. And she's like, no, she's almost there, almost realizing why she likes it. And she's like, no, I'm just so strong and brave. It's like, oh.
That's what these interviews are about. It's so weird. It's like, do they even talk about the movie? They just talk about how they're making people feel and how working on the movie made them feel. Talk about the damn movie.
Holy shit.
I mean, God.
You
absolutely,
know?
Yeah. What you've
Oh yeah,
got-
now she's just blatantly lying to her.
I know. She's like, look at how gorgeous she is. Okay.
No one has thought that in the history of the universe.
No.
of them, you have transformed them for good.
Thank you.
Really.
I mean, this is a woman who has to be careful when she walks past the fridge because of all the magnets flying out.
Yeah. Actually,
It's like something out of an X-Men movie.
No, it's I don't get this. That piercing, I just don't. And then just with
You're basically showing you're submissive.
This thing?
Yeah. Like we literally put that into bowls because it's so like sensitive. You can lead them round by
I
it.
wonder if she.
So if you do it, you're
um,
just not acknowledging the
yeah.
same thing.
I wonder if someone does that to her.
Well, she does
Ariana
have a
does.
wife, so
oh, okay, never mind.
This is also my first time ever doing a jump.
You
You're
have been the
amazing,
light
you're
of the
amazing.
day.
Why do they both lean forward at the same time? Oh my god, you're amazing. I can't even believe you.
You have been the
It-
light of the day.
yeah, it's literally trying to convince you that you're like we're so earnest in this.
You're
We
so
really
important.
mean it.
They don't.
I mean, you're basically calling her Jesus by that statement, by the way.
You brought such light into the room. Thank you very much.
We
for
appreciate
coming into
you.
this room.
It shot out of her backside.
We needed to come in.
So, X-Ray saw the movie and she liked it. I want to see it. I like the play. I know it's not for just Peru, but we talked about this is made for women and gay guys. And
Yes.
a lot of Broadway things are.
I just want to see if it's like
Arguably,
Barbie, where if you
um,
it's just like a purely evil message. That's what I want to see.
No, well, from what I've heard, and X-Ray saw it, it stayed true to the play, which everybody.
Well, yeah, but
sometimes people
in the play,
confuse-
it's an evil message because they're
But-
evil
and that's
witches that they're
okay.
trying to blame somebody else for.
I think the play is entertaining enough. I like the music. I like the songs and dancing, and that to me is good enough for a musical type movie.
Yeah.
But this is the problem is that like we don't typically watch these types of interviews. I don't, as a normie, I don't seek this stuff out, which is why it seems like the men of YouTube are so concentrated on these interviews because no one else is watching them.
It's guys. It's everyone I pulled up. It's a guy that tweeted it.
Yeah, no girls are talking about these interviews because they don't care enough about these sort of things. They just care
Or
about the
they
product,
think
and
that's
it.
normal behavior.
In a sense, yes. I think that like when we even talked about emotions and what we could get emotional about, we had different.
Yeah, not enough
opinions
women have
about
been told to grow up and let it's their job to control their
and
emotions.
that's
And
why
so
I say,
now they
like,
think that their emotions are a strength. It's like,
well,
oh,
them repeating the same notes of this emotional
That's a good point.
girlhood pushing each other up, holding their hands, holding their fingers, weirdly enough. Like that is a little too far. Like when me and my girlfriends talk, and like this might also be a product of the fact that I am friends with a lot of girls that are friends with guys. So it's like they're more I don't want to say masculine, but they can hang.
If they're from this kind of sphere, then yes. Because the kind of entertainment, comic book, Star Wars kind of, even cinema as a whole is a mainly male thing. So yeah, I could.
But I don't want to call them masculine because they're not masculine.
No, but they can have. They are kind of right where it's not male and female as a scale, but masculinity to femininity is, and you can be you can be like a feminine woman, but still have like masculine morality and stuff. And so you can like appreciate more like the machines, empathy, the guns and stuff.
Proper empathy, because when we say empathy and people are like, I empathize with you, like if we talk about this specific interview, sure, you empathize with her, but you can't empathize with like people in this space, so to speak, right? So it's very secluded, their worldview, and I don't particularly like that, which is why I'm not friends with very girly girls, because that to me is sickening. And so yes, we can have feelings. We have feelings, but I express my feelings through certain situations and moments and privacy.
Yeah, no, exactly. I grew up with guys, so I've always said that I can't be friends with someone that I can't like joke around with you and like jokingly put you down, like bust, like what is it, like ball busting, like I like when I can hang out with girls that banter. I can say stuff, and they don't get upset. There's guys that get upset too because they aren't used to girls doing that. But I grew up with cousins, brothers, all their friends, and I just, like Kara just said, thick skin, because when you're like, you know, a girl that grew up around a bunch of guys, you're different than the girly girls that are very sensitive and they break very easily. I guess, because
guys bond via what would be called toxicity. It's like if a guy's not insulting you, he probably doesn't like you. That's the kind of the thing.
The meme of that, like girls will talk like all this praising stuff that we've seen in these interviews, and then turn around and be like, "That girl is such a bish," right?
Yeah, that is exactly that's the very stereotypical, and I think that's entirely accurate as well.
It is.
But I've always thought like growing up for a man is learning to control like anger and aggression and know when to use it. And I think emotions are the same for women. That actually growing up is learning to control them so that when you have to use them in the correct circumstances. And all it seems now is there's the weird thing of like emotions are your strength and you have to enhance them and just let them out all the time and just tell everybody all of your emotions and just like spew them everywhere. And that you end up with things like that interview. It's like, no, that's supposed to be not bottled up but controlled.
Jefferson makes a good point here. Thank you for the 2. They're all theater mannerisms ramped up to 11. So we don't get it because we're not theater kids, right? We might like me and X right now.
I am theater.
Like,
I'm a dancer.
You're everything. You can't be theater and kickboxing. That doesn't work.
No, it is. It is. No, I grew up as a dancer.
There aren't no theater kickboxers.
Like,
that's true. I forgot about that.
Why not?
Except the ones where they like go into a fight and they get gently tapped and then they like backflip 5 times.
I like getting tapped. I'm kidding.
Time for a row. I'll go. I'll give you guys a minute.
No. So I've done both, and that's the product of being a girly girl, but also a tomboy, and both can exist in one, but it's not very often.
No.
And
yes.
No.
That's why me and X-Ray get along because we're girly girl tomboys.
Oh my god!
You're making
this is like when Mike was. This is like when Mike was going. No, they go out to the club and then they come out in their demure. I'm like, no, demure is a lifestyle. It's who you are. You can't go to the club and be demure. That's 2 exclusive things.
So I liked going clubbing because of dancing, but then when I found salsa dancing, that was a great outlet for me, so I could salsa dance, but not get danced up.
Salsa dancing and theater go together.
Yes.
Yes, but not kickboxing.
I kickbox. What? I loved exercise. That was a great workout. Why?
Yeah, but there are no girly girl kickboxers. It doesn't exist. No.
Well, she's
you would just have a kickboxer in a dress.
Well,
Oh
she's
my
not doing
God.
it as a profession. It's just a skill that she learned. That's a difference.
Yeah, so I
She's
can
not a
kick people's
professional
butt if they try to
No,
like
Kick
get
your
me.
butt, Disparu, if you don't
It's like
chill.
that woman that went viral because she went like noodling or something, and nobody knew what noodling was. And
Oh,
then it
Hannah
turned out she
Marin?
was like, she was like catching fish with her hands and something.
Catfish,
And
yeah.
she posted at one point, look, I can be feminine too, and it was in a dress. It's like, yeah, she looked great in the dress. But noodling was who she was, really. She was just like a noodler in a
wait.
dress.
So what do you think I am then? Do you think I'm more of the feminine aspect or like this like kickboxing aspect? I'm
You're not a
curious.
theatre kid.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying you're not feminine, but theatre is way, way more that way. Like I say, between masculinity and femininity, it is a scale. They are right about that.
I think
Like,
Disparu's
but
looking at it like
You have
Like
a few
the-
things, like you haven't seen any movies or anything, so that's definitely more of the feminine kind of angle. Because you actually did stuff, so you were with people, which is a feminine thing compared to men like stuff and things.
they didn't want to stay inside and watch
I like stuff
action
and things.
movies.
What? Okay, anyways.
You like stuffing things, there's a difference.
Yeah, that's true. Burritos. I'm talking about burritos. Okay?
Burritos are great. Okay, let's do one more before I'm already tired of these interviews. One more. This was the big one that and Disparu has something to say about it because I actually didn't see Stephanie's video, but you said or she live. She said she talked about it. So hold on.
Oh yeah, she sent me the Variety article.
Okay.
My girlfriend, she took her two little girls last night, 5 and 7 years old, and I've written down what they said. At the end of it, they said, you have to be good and you have to be kind to everybody.
Whoa.
And she is a good witch.
I don't understand why
She's evil.
Whoa, you have to be like that's supposed to be good. I don't understand the shock at that sentence, but
Dramatic. She's being dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yes.
and she's crying.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so good.
It's beautiful.
She's evil.
She is a good witch. Like,
The only good thing that ever happened to her in her life is when she got melted.
Can I just say, she has less eyebrows than Jeremy Griggs, a homosexual.
I think
man.
she shaved them off.
she shaved him. She has no hair, no eyebrows. So
Yeah.
it was the end here that
She looks like a
said-
pencil.
It was the interviewer that lied, right?
that, then, yeah,
Hold on.
that's the point. Yeah.
And they shipped us. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get it?
Look up that way. There you go.
Thank you.
My girl.
Oh, never mind. It's not the full one. But didn't she say like this was the same interview where she said that the what's the song, the Defying Gravity or something, or Holding Space, whatever. That
Holding
like
space.
all the queer people were just like identifying with it or whatever, and it was a lie, right? That was this interview.
Okay, I've got both. Hang on. You always have to check. I don't know why Twitter pops up DMs randomly. Literally never read a DM on the feed page in my entire life. And Twitter's like, no!
I know. I hate when it does that.
So
Okay, here we
this
go. You
is
got
the thing. And this is Carrie. I think she's edited other stuff in, but
She did.
it's the
She
clip.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen
Oh,
This
it wasn't
week-
her girl.
It's got music over it.
Just pause it every now and then.
I'll let it out.
people
if I have
are taking the lyrics of Defying
don't know why it
Gravity
has
and really
music over it in the
holding
first
space
place.
with that.
Yeah, so either way, she goes defying
Holding
gravity and
space.
really holding space with it, and it's more. I don't know what that is. Oh, this is it.
Oh,
Her
crap.
reaction is just wild.
I didn't know that was happening.
I've seen it. Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna get something without the pissing music. I hate when people put music over stuff. It's such it's like we have to tell you how to feel about this clip. And the music is
Yeah.
the emotional shorthand because you're too thick to understand how you're supposed to be feeling.
That's also what they're doing with these interviews. I feel like them being so emotional is it's
Oh,
like
God.
telling you how to
Out
feel about the
magazine.
movie.
All about marketing.
Yeah.
Too much.
Look, I'm just going to
What?
show Out Magazine's Twitter page that I went to.
Uh-oh.
And look at the header. And they're just like, oh, isn't she so
Oh.
amazing? She's really into fish.
Her ears must be like really tired of holding all those earrings up.
Scrolling this page was a mistake. Scrolling that page was a big mistake. Whew. It was like watching
Oh.
Destiny.
Oh, don't say that. That's disgusting. I don't want to think about that.
Too late.
I thought Destiny was a girl like a few months ago. Like people were talking about him in my chat, and I was like, "Oh, I never heard of her."
It
and
is a
everyone just
stripper
lost
name.
their mind. They thought it was so funny.
I mean,
I've never heard of a
there
guy
are a few
named
Destinies out there.
Destiny. I never heard of a
Mostly female.
guy. Yeah.
Well, also,
I
look,
wasn't
it's the
even
name he
trying to
chose
be
himself. It's
funny.
not his actual name. So he was like, no,
Well, that'd
I
make it
want to
more
be named
gay.
after a stripper.
Did he ever reveal his name? I don't remember.
Yeah, his name, well, I don't know whether he revealed it or whether he was doxxed or whatever, but his name is out there in the public.
Oh, okay. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's not doxing to say it, like, everybody knows it. It's just...
I mean, I don't know it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
No,
me neither.
I just always call everyone by the screen name. I was like, well, that's the one. It's clearly what you want to be called because
Yeah,
it's on all of
loved
your
when
stuff.
when someone said Amanda to him, and he's like, "Who the hell's that?" And like,
Yeah. I know
you
Disparu
work
as
with her every
Disparu.
week.
Yeah, that's why I wrote it that way, obviously.
So cute. Ooh.
Oh, but either
So
way,
kawaii.
Here, do you want me to pull up some super chats while you're looking that up?
yeah, I
Think
don't
we're
even
gonna-
know whether I can find it because I didn't
Okay,
have
you can
the.
pull up
I
the
thought you had the
article if
clip.
want. No,
You know what?
I thought I had it too. I thought it was on that one, but I was mistaken. There's so many of them, and I'm like,
Well, I thought
basically,
it was on.
in the interview, the one that he had up with the music playing over it. She says that so many queer people are identifying whatever, like they're just
Oh, Ariana saying that?
no. The interviewer said it. She's like, I saw.
Yeah, she
so
says
many-
it's about holding
so many
space.
Posts, yeah, so many
But-
posts online, and there was like one post that she saw or something, so she lied and.
Well,
just
no,
read an
it's more
article
the
about
other
it, or-
person's reaction when she says you're holding space. She's like, oh,
She started crying. She's
oh,
like,
it's so amazing. I didn't know that was
That's
going
what I
on.
wanted. She's like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
I always wanted
And they're
that.
crying. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes
course.
out because they started interviewing the interview about what it was about.
That just sounds so lame.
Yeah.
I think if it only happened once, I could deal with that. But if it happens in every interview, it's obviously staged.
Everyone's crying, even the director. I was watching a video earlier, and it was just showing like reactions. I would pull it up, but it's someone else's video, and I don't know if we can do that.
Oh my god, they've put pissing music in it again. I'm
Spruce
gonna have an
about to leave.
aneurysm.
I can do the head CT for you. Or a
He's
AAA.
lost.
I
Right
don't
now.
know what it is with people that are like, oh my god, my attention span is so short. I must have a note in every single second of this video.
Yeah, I hate that too. All right, well, I'll get a couple super chats because this brew is now on a mission and he won't stop until he finds non-music version
Exactly.
of that. Jason, thank you for another 5. Chinese actress Tang Wei decision to leave.
Oh my god, out put it in their own pissing interview.
Really?
They've added it to their like Instagram clip, which is what
Maybe-
people are using because nobody could be bothered to go to the YouTube video and get it on their own. So the music is Out's own edition.
Did you find it or no?
Well, I found the original Out magazine Instagram clip, but it's got the music on.
It's got the music. Oh, awards honor of her career and her performance in Wonderland. I've never seen.
I've
that
never
one.
heard of any of that. That's cool
Me
though.
neither. Carlos, thank you for another 5. Hey, just brew. Next time you come across the pond, we should catch a game together.
Isn't
a
he
game of
always
what?
there?
Game of what?
Carlos, wasn't Disparu at your mom's last week? That's why we didn't see
Well,
him?
yeah, but obviously he wasn't around. That'd be weird.
Or was he?
We're not going to invite him around to watch.
Ah,
What? I mean, what's his mom gonna say? She'd be like, Carlos, I don't know what you're doing in this room. This is rude. I mean, at least I think that's what she was. I think that's what she was saying. Her mouth was full at the time.
Totally weren't even concentrating on it because you're concentrating on her. Sorry, Carlos.
I mean, what would I even say to Carlos? Here's the 20.
Oh my goodness.
Besides, there's the
It's
other
the
people.
mouthful thing got me. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's like this. It's not just me. You'd have to feed everybody. You know, I paid for them as well. I'm a generous man like that.
There you go. Great
Oh
stuff.
my. Oh my. What
Well,
is
it's
it?
like, how on earth can we
Ladies and
exaggerate
gentlemen.
this?
Just but daddy.
Carlos knew he shouldn't be in the room when people started saying choo choo.
Oh. Shane, thank you for the 10. Shoulder
I'm sorry,
representation,
Carlos. I just
please.
don't know where the line is anymore.
I'm sure
Me
there is
neither.
no line.
We're way past it by this point.
Shoulder representation, please. Disprove. Oh, no, look at X-ray. Boop. There you go.
Sorry, it's getting warm in this room. That's why.
Don't say sorry. It's what Shane wanted.
Oh,
You're welcome.
sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
he
you're
literally
welcome,
asked for a
sorry.
shoulder.
You're welcome. Sorry.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
like-
Lone Wolf.
Yeah,
thank you for the
can you
5.
imagine being a woman in 2024 and apologizing for taking clothes off?
Yes, I
That might
did
be
it
the-
just now.
That might be the first time though that's ever happened.
No,
No.
there has to
I
have
I
been.
think it might be. I mean, maybe Lizzo.
No. She doesn't apologize for that.
That's true.
She
I mean,
says
she
her-
she had people
it all
squirting
out.
bananas out of there, and she still didn't feel the need to apologize.
Which I will say, Lizzo is looking way better these days. You keep going, girl.
That's not difficult.
I mean, losing the weight. Oh, Ozempic? I don't know. Either way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you'd probably need to do both.
You don't need to. She just
Well,
it's faster to do both.
Well, doesn't it just make you feel full?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's still some kind of effort on your part because people used to have what is it like the stomach tightening and stuff, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
would
yeah.
work.
Gastric
They would work
bypass.
yeah, but they would work their way around that by like liquidizing chocolate and stuff, so they could fit more in. So,
Stupid. What's the
Mhm.
point? Just eat it.
but that's how they did it, and then over time they would widen the little part of their stomach out to be big enough
There's
again.
no point. That's
Yeah,
why
so-
like if you do the even just the surgery for like lipo and tummy tuck blah 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 blah, like unless you actually have the things that make you fat addressed, you're gonna get fat again.
Well, it's just self-control. So, but I'd imagine
That's
even
true.
on that pill, you still need self-control to a degree.
It's
Yeah.
self-control and addressing why you're overeating. So if you understand at
Well, that's
least that,
self-control.
well, I guess it's tied together, but I think some people don't understand what self-control means versus like what drives you to overeat. Is it binging?
Well,
Is
it's
it-
because you want to. Like, I am all in on the train of there's no such thing as addiction. There's just some things you enjoy more than life. It is
I
literally,
don't
you
think-
enjoy it, which is why you do it, and you enjoy it more than the side effects make you feel awful. That's why people drink. They have side effects, but they enjoy the feeling of being drunk more than the side effects.
That's true.
Fair point.
I think there are addictions though.
Yeah, there are. There's a difference between like a dad that comes home after a hard day of work and he wants to have a beer and watch a game or just unwind and he's pleasant and he's just hanging out versus somebody who's like physically gets ill if they don't drink alcohol. That's an addiction. That's an alcoholic.
Well, yeah, but if the cost outweighed the benefit, if the cost outweighed the need, they would stop. But they want to do it so much that they're willing to put up with the side effects.
Oh yeah, and John here.
That's why
makes a good
some people
point,
quit and
though.
some people don't.
Withdrawal is definitely
Yeah,
real.
that's what I mean. Yeah, the withdrawal is horrific, so it's easier to keep doing it. Whereas if the withdrawal, it's you want the thing more than overcoming, like stopping. Is what I'm trying to say. I feel like I said it earlier.
That
Easier the
is
first time.
addiction in itself.
Yeah, you enjoy doing it. Like you want to keep doing it more than you want to stop.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Well,
we agreed.
Yeah, we agree. Lone Wolf, thank you for the 5. Wicked, when you said speaking of something gay, I thought you were referring to as kissing the sausage man in that Korean game. Is the game you were playing?
Oh yeah, that's apparently a pathway I could take. Just look to the man, and then apparently he stalks you. I don't know.
Wow. Magnum Norse for 5. Now I understand why Disprove never laughs at my jokes. Thanks, Disprove.
Wow.
I don't know what he's referring to. What
I don't
jokes
either.
he's
I'm
referring-
sorry.
Are they the
I've
dad
already
jokes?
forgotten them.
if it's because of the dad, my dad literally used to listen to the radio when I was a kid. This was pre-internet, right? So no one, and he'd always come back and he'd start telling a story, and you knew it was a dad joke coming because it was every pissing day. He'd listen to the radio and form it into like a story about his life. So
love a
I've
good
heard
dad
most of the
joke.
dad jokes just from that alone.
The more dad jokes, the better. Bring it on, baby.
Yes. Jesus, thank you for gifting a membership.
Saucy.
We haven't had a saucy yet today. Carlos, thank you for the 5. Did Extra Girl really say where should I put the pusae? Did you?
No, I didn't say that. I definitely know I didn't say that.
I don't remember
I
you
don't-
saying that.
I feel like I would have pointed it out if you'd said that.
I might have said something similar, but it wasn't that specifically.
Oh, it was I bet it was about. Yes, it was about your hanging cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Okay.
A vagine. But yeah, we'll talk about the cat. Where should I put my kitty? If you don't want me to hang it.
The best phrase I've ever heard of it came from Jimmy Carr, where he referred to it as stabbing the cat.
I don't want to stab my cat. He's so cute.
It was like that, you know, walked in and there she was stabbing the cat.
Dirty. Haram.
It's literally the best term for it I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? I'm
not doing
stabbing the
this on
cat.
This is YouTube. We're not allowed to do this. We're allowed
You
to
can
do
say
naked
stabbing the
videos.
cat. It's fine.
And song, thank you for the 5. It looks like Ariana's only job in this interview is to squeeze the other actress in case she goes off the reservation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't have safe words. They have safe fingers. It's not even that safe either. She's got like blades on the end of those things. Even going in for the grab, you might lose an eye.
It's true. It's true. Marco Reality, thank you for the 5. I wish they would let Disparu interview them just to see how fast he can make them cry.
Oh my god. You would
I'm
ruin
so
them.
emotional. Stop feeling, you dirty.
You would ruin them entirely.
They would quit acting probably after a Disparu interview.
I'd only ruin one of them.
Which one?
What do you think?
All
Do
of
you,
them.
oh, no, do you want the attractive one or the munter?
The munter. Oh my god.
I think it just went up Wicked's nose.
Almost. It almost did. I asked.
I was just watching you struggle.
Time to take a sip, but I was already on the way. Never mind. Jefferson C.
Careful.
Oh my god.
You almost said you were swallowing.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Enjoy dance/theater versus majoring in dance/theater. Oh, that's the difference.
Oh,
You're
watch-
trying to explain this, Brew.
Well, no, I think that's
Oh.
probably are you a theater kid or a kickboxer, or can you be both?
Oh, so I was both, but I never did like kickboxing where I was competitively fighting. So I guess we can call it that.
It was just for
Yeah, but you never
workout
did
and just, like,
professional
skill to
theater
learn.
either, did you?
Did I get paid for it? Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, payment's a good thing, but also, like, there's a difference between, like, a local play versus an actual theater performance, which I suppose you would get paid for.
I mean, I did like stuff with salsa dancing that was on a level that was paid.
Yeah, I think paid is a good idea of professional.
So yes, but not with the dancing like jazz tap, hip hop, acro, that sort of stuff. It was more salsa dancing. So
Sounds fun.
it was. So
what
wait,
was
chat.
I-
Am I more feminine tendencies or masculine tendencies? I'm
1 for
curious.
feminine, 2 for masculine.
And
Well,
then we can
Dan-
read more soups.
I mean, well, dancing is feminine, theater's feminine, but kickboxing is masculine. So,
And that's what I'm saying. I have a little bit of both.
but there's no such thing as a feminine kickboxer.
Gina Carano.
What?
Unless
Yeah.
she's getting like, no, she is definitely not a girly girl, which is what we defined it as earlier.
Mm.
Mostly ones.
She
Thank you,
is
chat.
feminine, but she's not a girly
Three
girl.
for-
I don't
three
think she'd
for-
even classify herself as a girly
so
girl.
am I kind of in that range then? Feminine, but not a girly girl? Is
Yes.
Wicked in that range then?
I think Wicked's a girly girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's more girly.
Like, no one can imagine Wicked kickboxing. I mean,
That's true. She's taught me a bit more about makeup.
Yeah.
That's true.
True. It's true. I would say you're in between though, because you get dressed up. Like there's some girls who just like don't really dress up at all. They don't have nice dresses. You have a lot of nice girly dresses. You know, when we went out.
yeah,
for
you're not
girls' night.
tomboy.
Yeah. No. Yeah. See, you're feminine.
Thank you. I mean, either way, I learned I was feminine because in university, when I was doing X-ray school, my girlfriend, she's like, "You're not a tomboy." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I'm a tomboy." And she's like,
No.
"Just look at your bathroom. How many face products do you have in your bathroom?"
Yeah, I mean, like you've painted your nails.
Like
Tomboys wouldn't care
26
about their
at
nails.
least. Some do. But, I mean,
No, they're not tomboys. No.
I just like holding things with my nails.
Tomboys were the ones that would like playing rugby with the blokes and just getting covered in mud and stuff. That's the kind of
Can't I actually still do that as well with nice nails?
That was me
no.
when I was a kid, and then
That you'd be too worried about like breaking a nail.
Early.
No. I just get my nails done again.
Yeah, tomboys don't get their nails done.
I'm okay, fine. Feminine.
I mean,
I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
like, the entire point of a tomboy is you do what blokes do. So the day that the new man comes across and everyone's eating tofu and like avocado on toast, and the blokes are also in the nail salon, then we'll change the difference.
Then we'll talk. Jedi, thank you for the 2. She looks like female Lord Voldemort. Oh yeah, she does, Cynthia. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, she just needs no nose. And she's there.
I'm sure.
Well, she's in Hollywood. That's quite likely.
I'm sure someone's gonna meme that now.
It's happened to many of them.
Ed Song, thank you for the 5. I liked when Destiny and his ex got weirded out when one of his orbiters got shagged in their bed. I don't know. I don't know the Destiny lore. I don't know.
I didn't know that bit of Destiny lore.
The only thing I know is when.
Also, he calls them that, by the way. He calls
them what?
Like, he doesn't seem to have friends. He calls them his orbiters.
Oh, that's a strange thing to call your.
Yeah. Well, it's true,
Is it
though.
his friends,
because
the people that watch him, or both?
Well, no. An orbiter, and it's probably true. It's essentially, if you would be around him and you're with him for clout because he's like got a bigger audience than you, so you want to be around him so that you can like get some of the audience to your stuff, that would be an orbiter because you're kind of using him.
Like
And him calling them his
scripting on
orbiters basically means it's the acknowledgement that you're not really my friend. You're just with me because I'm popular. And you want something from me.
That name, I agree. There are a lot of people who I could see doing that around him. It's a well-deserved name.
Shane, thank you for the 10. Saucy, can you ladies give me your come hither look if you wanted a guy to approach? Disbrew, what's your stoic show me you want me state?
What?
I think it's a little weird to ask us to do a look like this on a stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't think Disbrew has the look either. He's like, what?
It has to be very.
I don't think blokes have that look.
I
don't think blokes have a look to like show me you want me.
Guys have a look like that. I promise.
No, because guys, since records immemorial, for some reason have gone through the world thinking that they make the first move when it's always been the women that make the first move.
No, but you evoke it, and then once you confirm it with
No. This is something that women do to themselves as well. Women convince themselves that the man made the first move, even though they did. Because if they made the first move, they'd have to be accountable for it.
But guys can still have it in their head as if they thought it was their own idea, and then they are doing it and still have that look on their face.
No, women have always placed themselves coincidentally around the men that they like, so that the men can think he made the first move. When she made the first move by like drop, they literally used to drop handkerchiefs.
Even in their delusion of thinking they're making the first move, they can do that face. Can't they?
No, because he would be approaching her. So he wouldn't make that face at her, telling her to do something to it, because she's already done it. So she drops the handkerchief, then he walks up to her. There is no third stage.
But
there is no. She doesn't drop a handkerchief, and he goes, "Oh, I've noticed you. Now show me that you want me." And then she does something. We are way too many steps down the human. They're probably banging behind the bike sheds by that point.
Still yelling about things at the same time when we're talking.
Exactly, it's amazing.
No, I'm just saying that they think they're making the first move, so they're still doing that face, regardless of if they know or don't know it.
They're not doing that face. They're walking up to her at the time.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
No, they're walking up to talk to her at that point.
Yeah, they're still making a face. They can still make a face.
That's just their face.
No.
They just have men have a
No.
face X-ray.
Yeah,
Maybe
there's
it doesn't show up on the
design
X-rays.
face.
I don't
When
have
they're
scientific
walking
proof for
up
them having a face.
and being all like sultry or whatever you want to call it.
Men
they're
aren't
still making a
sultry.
face. Huh?
They can be.
Sultry is feminine.
Okay, whatever. They can have the smoldering look. We'll call it smoldering.
Think
then.
of Zoolander though. They do that. Maybe not that puckered, but
They might
I've seen
not
guys
know.
smolder like when they look at
might not know
themselves.
that they're making the first. They're not.
Oh yeah, men do this face, and you just did duck lips. I mean,
The Zoolander.
the
face.
men don't go around doing duck lips.
I mean, Zoolander did. Blue Steel, just
He
saying.
did
It was probably
That was
just
a
the
really
fillers he shoved in his face. He couldn't help it.
That was the first
I've
duck
seen,
lips
I've seen
ever.
guys smolder like if they're looking at like themselves without like noting like
Yeah,
Like
on
the
Out
pin-up.
magazine.
no. No.
Yes.
No.
If they're sticking their lips out, they'll be on the.
Like not a super pucker. I can't help it because I'm a girl, but like it's like they put their chin up when they're looking like their like it's a X-ray knows what I'm talking about.
You're not the
Apparently
Chad
Discreet does
expression.
Not. Yeah.
Like
what? Yes, exactly.
Maybe this is a Canadian thing. I
Just
don't know.
I'm not Canadian. I'm
Yeah,
American.
she's American.
Oh, now you're American. When I call you American, it's a massive deal.
No,
It's because you're coming at my heritage. I am.
That's because you keep
American.
calling yourself Italian rather than American.
Italian American. I have family from Italy.
Yes, I'm a square circle.
Huh? Uh,
If there was a
Saucy.
world war, which country would you build ammunition for?
America.
There you go
America.
then.
I was born here. America. I was born here, and it's a lot easier to get ammunition here. We got plenty. Thank you for the
Not in a war, you wouldn't. That'd be quickly gone.
It's true. It's true.
You'd
As
be in the
Timothy Gay-
factories.
It was love at first sight when he saw the actors from She-Hulk. Also, is Az also a She-Hulk lover like Disparu? He just forgot to ask the most important question. I don't know.
Is it a man? I'm not joking. Okay, no, the story with Az is that we went to She-Hulk and there was a wedding
Oh,
going on.
that one, yeah.
And
But you
he
should
was
explain
talking about this woman. He's like,
Explain it.
she has a really incredible rack. And it was like, obviously she did, because, they were put in there by a surgeon. So, of course, they were perfect. It just turned out a person didn't always used to have a rack at all. And that it wouldn't have been so bad if he didn't, in that same week, make the decision 2 more times with different people. Kind of stuck by that point.
Oh. Yeah. So there's something about you British boys that like She-Hulk. Got it.
I don't think he likes She-Hulk. He likes this specific person who's getting married.
Oh, okay.
He
just like that part.
despised She-Hulk.
Oh, okay. So that's just a Disparu thing. Loving She.
Well, I had a lot of good fun making the videos, and if I like making videos about something, I like the IP. Same reason for Willow. It was funny to take the piss out of, but I will always
It's
go
all over
down.
now.
She will always go down as one of the cheapest movie heroines of all time. Half a bag of chips. I mean, with inflation by this point, it's probably got to a full bag of chips, but still a bargain.
It's true. No one likes
Same with Willow. Like, Shad hates Willow so much he can't even bring himself to fake liking it. Like, for the memes. The meme isn't strong enough.
Well,
I'd campaign with Warwick Davis if he wanted to make a second series.
he'd be out there picketing.
Yeah,
One more
I'd throw my entire weight behind him.
That might
Not
smush
literally, obviously, otherwise he'd like fall down the
him.
stairs or
Trying to
something.
smush him, then there won't be another season.
No. I'd help him on the campaign trail. I'd carry the box. I'd lift him up so the crowd could see him.
Az had Robin in the Hood. What, he liked that one?
With the Y. I don't think he likes it, but I think he had fun with the series, like in making the videos. I
like
think
you
he
did?
definitely had fun with the Director X stuff. He seemed to in his videos.
I love how you had zero interest in going on that stream. You were just
Oh,
like, I don't
not at
care
all.
what
I have no interest in talking to like insane nutters on the other side. Never
Yeah.
have. Like, not only does
Yeah.
it not achieve anything, but I don't think many of them are even like honest actors. In Professor X's defense, he did seem to be genuinely interested in talking. So I actually don't have any problem with Director X at all. It's not at all. The issue that I had was, I think Az commented the same kind of thing, that they'd actually agreed to talk, and then Professor X went on and started calling people racists and stuff. And so it's like, well, it's not in good faith. And then he went on the news and started calling everyone racist and stuff.
Yeah.
So he does have the problem where he seems to be genuine and like want to talk to people. And he did go on streams. And when he was on those streams, he acted really well. But then he'll go on the news and start calling everyone racist. So I just don't think there's anything to gain.
That's true. Yeah, I saw a little bit of when he was on Yellow Flash, and you're right, he did like actually talk, but it was like, what's up, Dev?
I don't think they can understand, like, comprehend the other side. I don't think they're mentally capable of understanding.
That's why, like, I get what you're saying with when, like, you can't argue with stupid, right? So it's like you're gonna go on a stream and people who are set in their ways and they're not gonna listen.
Yeah, he's not gonna change his mind.
No, they're not gonna debate or listen to what you have to say. They're just gonna say what they have to say, and that's it. They're just gonna tune you out basically, and it's just gonna become an argument. So yeah, I'd be the same way. I wouldn't. No,
it's why I'm not into debate stuff. The way I see it is, I'll put my opinion forth in my videos, and then people can take it or leave it. But if people disagree, I'm not going to go and, like, you know, it doesn't bother me. You can disagree with me all you want. That's up to you. But I'm also not going to continue to try and convince you, because I feel like I've already tried. And it's like, if you disagree,
it's like
well,
people like don't give unsolicited advice. What's the point if they have already made up their mind? You just do what you want to do, right?
That's true.
Well, I feel like if they're watching your video, it's kind of solicited. Like, they clicked on the video to hear your opinion in the first place, kind of.
Unless they hate watch, because that's a thing too.
Well, even then, they're still, like, they're voluntarily listening to the opinion, so they've consented to, okay, tell me what you think in this situation. It's not like I'm walking up to people in the street and going, do you know what's wrong with the Avengers? It's, you know, that'd be a bit different.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Look, last time that happened, I got thrown out of the bar.
Yeah.
Actually?
No.
Oh, okay. I was kind of excited to hear the story.
I'm too British to walk up to random people in a bar.
I want to be left alone. I drink my whiskey at home like a normal
Yes,
person.
exactly. Yeah. I want other people to stay on their own tables.
I saved this one for you, actually. Andrew says, actually sneezes like a girl and burps like a boy. So
I agree with that.
She does
Yeah,
have
girls can't sneeze properly. There's something wrong with them. Yeah, like if it doesn't sound like you're about to like literally expel a lung, there's no point in doing it in the first place.
I don't even know how to do
Dan
that unless I do
sneezes,
it
like-
naturally.
Like the
Well, there's a
dad
reason
seems
why I would mute. Yeah, it's like achoo. It's like that's the whole point. Because you're supposed to be forcing stuff out of your airways. So it's like, well, that's not going to do anything.
I cannot control my sneezes and I cannot control my burps. There's like some control.
You can definitely control your burps because I can
not-
control my burps.
My esophageal control is horrible.
When you burp, there's a whole like stomach element involved in burping though. Like you can like compress your stomach to force the air out more and make it sound bigger.
No, I have no abs then. Clearly, it just happens.
You don't need abs.
That's part
You
of
just
like
need.
a
You will have.
compressing your
You
stomach
do
is that
have
you
stomach
abdominal
muscles.
Okay, I have some, but very small.
Yeah, it's enough to compress
Asian
your stomach
size.
if you wanted to.
Asian size.
Asian-sized stomach. Yeah, actually, beneath the camera, like women normally have like an hourglass shape. They go in the middle, but she just goes all the way in, and then just that's it. It's just like a tiny little body, and then it just comes out to like normal human proportions.
Well, like I said, no control of my esophageal sphincter because I'm not saying the other word for it because I don't want to get clipped.
Like everything below there on X-ray is like just Funko Pop size. I don't know what that was meant. I don't know what Funko Pops you've been seeing.
I don't buy Funko Pops.
That was like a tentacle
neither.
creature.
I am Mauler.
Yeah, that was Mauler. It actually turns out I'm Welsh.
This entire time, I've not done a 23andMe, so we don't know if I'm Welsh, and if I'm Welsh,
You
then
might
I don't
be.
know what my mama did, because then
Yeah, how would she end up there? It's like one of your ancestors just went to Wales, like found a sheep and left.
Oh, maybe during the Vietnam War.
Your great grandma might have.
Oh yeah, maybe it's grandma. One of my grandma. Oh.
Grandma's
What was
getting
that
us
wicked?
stuff, okay?
Sure,
I
it
don't
might
wanna
have
speak ill of my grandma. I will speak ill of my grandfather.
with a Welsh.
My grandfather, yeah, he had a lot of women in his life, and I have a lot of half aunts and half uncles.
It like your family tree
He's
just
always
hits
one of
him and then
those.
just goes sideways.
I'm sure there's
Like an
kids we don't even know
explosion.
about.
Like, can you imagine Genghis Khan's family tree? It's just like, poof.
My,
It's like the moment it gets to him.
my youngest, like, aunt uncle, like, of like my mom's generation is like close to my age. And then we have some like in their like 70s. Grandpa got
There's a-
around.
Grandma got around.
He was like the originator of the Chad meme. He went down the room. It was just like his photo.
I never met him, so I don't know.
Everybody else did. Like, you actually have to do a DNA test. So when you met Mark, you had to make him do a DNA test to make sure he wasn't actually your brother.
Now, do you understand why I don't date Asian men? They have a real
Yeah,
okay?
just
He
all
might
of them.
be
Like,
related
around
in
the
some
world,
way.
like, every single Asian man is descended.
Sorry, just in
Yeah.
case.
Just too high a chance. It's like
No, I
80%
also-
chance.
I also read a story, I think it was in the UK, where this doctor inseminated
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
80 women or something like that with
Yeah,
his sperm versus the donor sperm.
Yeah, he was doing IVF, and he had, all, you know, because there's like a book, you can choose who you want, and it was just always him.
Yeah, and so I think they found out because like some siblings, half siblings, like dated and then found out they were, you know, related, and it was like that's screwed up. That's screwed
Mhm.
up.
Yeah, because biology doesn't care whether you were shoved up there with a turkey baster or not. The genetics are still the same.
So be careful out there, guys. Dating within your own race, you never know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a little easier if you date outside your race for that specific reason. But I understand
That seems
the
really
culture.
unlikely.
It's probably unlikely, but you never know, and that freaks me out. Okay, I don't like the little percentages.
It is interesting, though. What was the stat? It was something like if you date someone within your own race, you share, like... You are closer to a random person over there. Oh, I can't remember the exact thing. 'Cause
Race that you're talking about?
No, he did it relatively, but I think it was like if you date someone in your own race compared to like you just date someone from a different ethnicity.
Yeah, your chances
Relatively,
of,
it is like
like-
dating your brother. Like they are that far genetically removed.
but that's why it's good in a sense if you're
But it's
thinking
not
about
good.
that specifically.
Like
No.
humans have as a thing. There was something like on FNT when people were like, oh, actually, this guy looks like a brother. It's like that's actually normal. I know people because people are like, oh no, it must remind. No, it's because people are generally attracted to people who have similar genes than them. Because the entire point is to pass down your genetic lineage.
Yes, I'm not
So
normal.
you are more genetically compatible with people who are more genetically similar to you, and those are the people you find similar. Which is why you get that thing about oh, men just want to date someone that looks like their mom. It is literally just because that's the person who's most genetically similar to them. And so they are naturally attracted to that kind of thing.
Well, call me non-Freudian because I do not do that.
Freud was a lunatic.
Freud is definitely a lunatic, but I love saying that's a Freudian slip because it's funny.
It sounds good.
It is funny, but his entire research was nonsense. And again,
Absolutely.
this comes down to the academia thing, because academia still respects him.
They're
Listen to the
so
sound that you
attracted
shouldn't.
to their own mothers from when they were babies.
Utterly insane. Although the Oedipus complex is a fun term.
Oedipus complex.
Oedipus,
anyways,
but I know
you're
just
welcome.
hates when you pronounce it that way.
Oh, sorry.
No, it was just
wow.
that was a dad joke in itself. And it was like,
was.
There is a
his
good
dad
song though. I can't remember who Tom Lehrer, I think it was. Oedipus Rex. He comes up with like a little jingle about he loved his mother like no other.
Oh my god.
It's like a fun little Christmas jingle, but about Oedipus Rex. And so the tone is entirely like contradictory to the lyrics, and that's what makes it great.
All right, sorry. I was taking a sip. Every time I take a sip, like this brew could be going on just like a rant, and then I take a sip and he's done.
I don't even do it deliberately, but I will from now on.
No, thanks.
You know,
No
I
problem.
was just thinking about that kitty AI video again, and I really like that kitty AI video of him being a firefighter. It's adorable.
Have you seen the video of I think it's the hamster diving off a bed?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I've seen it.
It's a good video. We'll play the video. Now it does have music, so I'll have to mute
Just
it.
mute
but
it. Just mute it. It's fine. It's fine.
Chinchilla, and it's the Cheech and Chong music. The
It's literally amazing.
It's so cute. It's like I had that. I shared it once, and it was like me diving into the week, is what it said. It was like a meme, like Monday.
It's the yeah, dun, 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 dun. It's in the Gone in
Lowrider.
60. Yeah, the Gone in. I always remember it from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh,
Oh my god, that movie was so good.
Yeah,
So
I didn't
good.
I didn't used to like it, but then I rewatched it, and every time I've rewatched it, I like it more.
I gotta rewatch it
It's
now.
it's such an overcoming story in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't like it because it was really it was really slow at first, and so I used to only like it once the actual gig took off and they started doing stuff, and then more I rewatched it, the more I liked everything else.
Who's the protagonist in
Do
it
you-
again?
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a Cage movie. That's why.
Angelina
Mhm.
Jolie.
And he does the.
That's for the.
It's so amazing.
Yeah. Before we share your chinchilla video, do you want to read this brew? I feel like this will sound good in British. It's a song. I know you're not going to sing it, but.
Jason Webster for $5. Might as well face it if you're addicted to love. Might as well face it if you're addicted to love. Love the sweet addiction.
Sounded like poetry. Thank you, Jason. Okay. No, why are we on the side again?
I'll change it. There you go.
Thank you. I'm like panicking. Hold, calm down.
What is that? Is this an AI video?
Look, it just voluntarily.
No, it's real.
And he's like,
I can make this jump. Nope.
yeet! And he just keeps,
Chinchilla.
like, every time, he just loves falling into the pillows. It's
Aw.
amazing.
I think he just loves doing it. That's so
Yeah.
adorable.
Look, it is literally, I just enjoy falling. Because I've seen cats as well. They'll run in and they just, like, dive onto a beanbag.
They do some crazy stuff, cats. They'll just be sitting there, then all of a sudden they're like,
Look, and
They
this
just
proves that the guy wasn't
peel
lobbing
off.
him, because he's just like, yeah!
So cute. Can I want to see videos of that? Oh my god. Wait.
But I have seen cats, and it literally it's just this cat running up and just diving headfirst into the beanbag, and just it was like it's squashed straight in it.
is that a
Now I wanna
hamster? I
watch
thought
that
it was. It
cat
looks like a
video again.
it looks like a chinchilla, but maybe it's like a big hamster.
I've also
Oh,
seen a bear get really excited because he's obviously done it before.
Cocaine bear?
But they had like a tire or something hanging down on chains, and he literally ran up and just dived on it and started swinging back and forth.
I need to see this video.
I love cute animal videos. Ed Song for 5. Panel, what is the motivation for orcs in Lord of the Rings? The book/film argues evil by nature. Rings of Power argues self-interest. Animation argues coercion by force.
Well, the book is obviously correct. They're just basically the living embodiment of evil. They just like war. That's the very traditional view of orcs. Rings of Power, I'm not sure whether Rings of Power is self-interest. Adar kind of forced them to do what he wanted in Rings of Power. So it wasn't in their self-interest. Now, there definitely were orcs in Rings of Power that still followed that I just enjoy war, because you saw them, it's like, just drop everything and start running around. And then they skewed it with others that didn't want to, so it implied, like, free will. I'm not sure about what you mean by the animation. What animation you're referring to.
I haven't
don't
read Lord of the Rings, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they are literally
Drew's the one that can cover all of it.
they are elves that Morgoth took and perverted. Like he twisted the elven race into orcs, and then they bred from there. And so they are literally good, like the original good created by Iluvatar, being perverted by evil. So they are innately evil by their very creation. There is nothing good about them, which is why Rings of Power didn't make any sense.
Mike's got a take.
Orcs
Or-
are black people. It's really simple. According to, source.
It's why in season
Sources.
3 of Rings of Power they're going to be robbing a Target.
There's targets in Middle Earth?
There will be.
That's insane. Let's go shopping.
Yeah, and then when they siege a fortress, they're going to drive out the fortress in a Ferrari.
Oh, damn. Galadriel's going to be driving a Ferrari instead of a horse.
Yeah.
Dang
It's
it.
like, why do you care if modern things are in classic works?
Think about this kitty. when
How
you
about
think
you just
that.
look at the kitty?
Yes. Think about the hanging kitten.
Yeah, by hanging.
Like,
That
it's
can't
okay,
be-
it's got a purse.
Look at
There's
his
probably
little bear
snacks
purse,
in
it's
there.
So cute.
Probably little kitty snacks and stuff, you know?
Hockey.
Ed Song, thank you for the 5. That doctor just went direct. He saved on the freezer cost for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a way to put it. Lone Wolf, thank you for the 5. Extra Girl just moved to Alabama. It'll all be fine.
No, I've heard about Alabama, and no.
That doctor was the
Heard
kind
about
of guy
it. No.
who would be like, well, IVF, it's very expensive. It will cost you like 20 grand a pop. Or
I could do it for 5.
we could just do it the traditional way.
What's that?
With the turkey
Oh my god.
baster.
Um,
Yeah.
Well, here's turkey baser.
Yeah. Aw.
I can't
Like
believe
these is-
I know you don't have kids, X-Ray, but I thought you would have been a bit more
Sorry,
worldly
I was a
wise.
little slow on the draw on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
I tell you, Mark's wedding night must have been. He needed like a whiteboard and some diagrams.
Oh. jeez. Mike misses you, Disparu.
I know.
Too, Mike. What about
Guess what?
me?
Mike's
Maybe if you turned up, Mike.
Mike's gonna play Dead by Daylight with me, and he's gonna get real scared.
Oh, I want to hear Mike.
No,
get,
Mike could be
like,
scared if he played Dead by Daylight with me.
I need
He'll,
his
he'll,
work guy.
he'll yell at you. You want
Hey,
to play Mike?
I
He'll yell at you.
never yelled
He'll
at
whip
you
into
when we
shape.
played.
No,
I
'cause
just
I'm
yelled
good
at
that game.
everybody else.
Everybody
I
on
can see
Dead
that.
by
I can
Daylight.
And
They're
Wicked
really
thought
tiny.
at one point Wicked thought I yelled at her, but I was
I was
still yelling at
confused, but
someone else.
It was the perfect timing, though. It was great.
There's actually a clip on her channel of me yelling at a
Oh,
random, and she like
He's
jumps.
like, you,
It's like,
deserve to die for your own incompetence. And I'm like, just working on a generator. did I
she
do?
literally was like, she did though. Everybody runs at me when they've got the killer behind them. It's like, no, run off at a corner somewhere away from everybody.
Welcome to Dead by Daylight. That's why my chat loves it. They're like, can they hear you? I'm like, no, I'm just going off because they're driving me crazy.
You need to activate the microphone button when you do it.
No, there's no talk on there, but that'd be funny.
Oh.
If there was talk on there, Mazda and Lethal would have been banned from the game a long time ago.
I don't know. They've never got banned
There
from
you
Call
go,
of Duty.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, I miss you too.
Shane for 20. Wicked probably got good jeans, but I bet you look good in jeans.
Or out
Well,
of them.
She's saucy now. And Shane's for 5. Sorry for the weird supers. Tequila, and I'm feeling saucy. It's all good.
Hey, I'm saucy too.
She's having her her
I think
ultra. Mine's almost gone. Feeling a little
I think
saucy.
after the stuff that's said on this show, like weird supers are the least of her issues.
We're
Well,
used to
it
the
is
weird supers.
saucy Saturdays for a reason, okay?
Mhm.
It's true.
And I've heard you say this multiple times. It's not as fun unless you get drunk.
It's true. That's why when
Wise
who was it?
words from
Savvy.
Mike. Did you stop
True.
to read it? It's true.
Yeah, but everybody knew that. Like, The one thing about like people were like, oh, will this like harm his? No, it won't harm anything. Everybody knew this about it. The strange thing is people are surprised. Oh, let's go with the videos to go and see. Why? Why did you need? He's already told you everything he does. Like his private life isn't private at all. I don't know why anyone was surprised. People are like, oh, he's with Lauren Southern. It's like, yeah, I knew that years ago. Didn't anybody else? None of it surprised me.
I had no idea who Destiny was. Like I said, in my chat, someone said something about him, and I was like, I don't know her. And they were laughing so hard. They thought it was hilarious because I was serious. They're like, that's fine. You can call Destiny her. And then I was explained who he was. And I heard about the Aba and Preach video and dancing with his wife and everything. And it all is coming together now.
Yeah, and because in that specific example, I still don't know which one's Abba and which one's... It's like Ant and Dec. I don't know which one's Ant and Dec either. But whichever one's the one in the video still says nothing happened. Oh, it was just dancing. Yeah. I don't know why people think that I banged his wife. It's like, well, everybody else has. That's probably why. You might be the only person that's better and hasn't.
As someone who dances salsa, just because you dance doesn't mean that you bang them.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but we have a thing called Strictly Come Dancing, which is renowned for breaking up marriages.
Wait, what is that called?
Strictly Come Dancing is a Saturday night TV show where they essentially take a professional dancer and then they take a random celebrity. And they pair them up and they compete.
What do you call it? Dancing with the Stars.
I think we have that as well. But yeah, Strictly Come Dancing has been around for ages here. And it has broken up numerous marriages. Numerous. Like it's a meme. Like every series, one of them will be banging the person they're dancing with. Because despite people going, oh, dancing isn't set. Yes, it is. It is inherently that. That's
for some, I suppose. Yeah.
No, it just is.
No. Ew,
yes.
Dan, go away.
Some people can dance together and not bang, but it is inherently an intimate act.
Dan, why do you have to announce he's showering?
She got mad. Dan just comes in. What's up, Rhino? Poor Dan. It's okay, Dan.
I know. He just said good evening, and X-Ray Girl's like, get out, you cretinous scum.
No. Can I just say, the last time he was here, he embarrassed me. He was like,
how dare he? You normally do that yourself.
Yes, I shaved my coin purse. I had no idea what a coin purse was.
I didn't know what it was, but like I just because Dan was saying it, and I
mean, at least you have a reason why.
I just figured it out. Put two and two together. I mean, actually, did after a second. She looked at it for a minute, and she was like, "Oh, you know."
I wasn't thinking about it because I was like, "Why do you have to shave a coin purse? That's so weird. That's so strange."
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it is a term that goes back to a more civilized age, so you know, it's probably pre-Canada.
But back to what Disru was saying, I used to watch Dancing with the Stars with my mom when they actually had stars on there. Now I look at it, I'm like, who are these people? Who are these people? Yeah.
I was used to humiliate fat MPs.
But it's true. There were quite a few stories of example, John Cena's girl left him for her dancer, but to be fair, he didn't want kids.
That's probably because
he didn't want kids, and she wanted kids, and she married him, had kids and stuff. So like she's better off. But that's just an example that does happen because a few of them, like I forget which actress this was. I think she was from like One Tree Hill or something. She had an issue with the dancing because she was like, I don't want to be like this with anybody but my husband because it was like kind of intimate, and she was uncomfortable about it. So
I would not let my wife go on Strictly Come Dancing. No way.
I mean, I'm learning about this, and it sounds interesting. You know what, Dan? It might have been a bit more on the nose and let me know exactly what you're talking about.
She wouldn't have been caught off guard.
No. I'm like, why would you say shave your coin purse? That's so strange. Instead of,
well, they got divorced. Never mind.
Shaving his coin, like, you're like, what's, like, why's he got a coin purse? Isn't that unusual in the first place? Like, it's still medieval times terminology.
I guess.
That's how I got it. I've never heard that term before.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've watched, it's regularly used in things like Robin Hood movies, that kind of, you know, King Arthur, medieval kind of movies terminology. Yes, she does.
And also to answer
either that or she just wish you hadn't shaved.
To answer your question, Aba is the one that was with Destiny's Wife, the taller one, and then Preach is like the bouncer, like more,
Abba.
longer hair.
Abba.
Aba. I hear
Yeah.
both.
Big bag.
He's not that
big.
posh. He's not Aber in Preach.
Now, the way they were dancing, I watched the video. It is very light. There could have been more intimacy.
Yeah, I think what people thought
Well-
was weird was that they were just doing it behind them, like on a live stream. It was kind of like it's like they
And
had a
the
few
fact
drinks
that-
and they were like,
Strange.
woo,
The fact that Destiny looks like he's about to top himself in the same video didn't help as well.
Yeah, no, his face
No.
did not hide anything whatsoever.
No, but
No.
look, it is perfectly reasonable if your wife has banged half the universe. It is perfectly reasonable to expect that the guy she's getting intimate with on camera
universe.
is also banging her.
Yeah.
Like this is a. I'm not.
You know what?
You're
Just
like,
take your drink.
I don't want to get
I'll go-
arrested.
I'll go to some supers. Shane, thank you for a 5. The shoulders kind of dried up. Never underestimate the power of your graceful blades, Disparu. Week. I mean, he
Oh.
showed
I
them the
saw-
one day. The one week, he was like, all right, oh, Dispa shoulder.
But it's not like. Yeah, well, X-ray's already showing a shoulder.
I'm not
Well, was.
anymore.
He's also got a hoodie on, so it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it even. There you go. You can have a bit of neck. Oh, look, collarbone.
Ooh.
Hey, a collarbone can be sexy.
No, unironically,
Damn.
wrist
Sorry.
used to be
any
sexy.
body part which is covered up for a generation will immediately become sexy. One thing that Brandon Sanderson did in the Stormlight Archive books is there is a nation where all the women cover up their left hand, and so that immediately becomes erotic. And that's literally it. It would be if you started covering up your ankles again within a generation, people are like, oh, I saw her ankles.
Yes,
you know?
in the 1920s, that was like when they hopped out of that whole Victorian age where it was like scandalous to show your ankle, and they would like roll their socks down. It's like, whoa, that was in the 1920s.
Oh my God,
that
so
was
much
scandalous.
skin.
They used to
Look
have
at that
skirts
ankle.
down to the floor so nobody saw
Yeah.
ankles. So that's all it takes. Just cover something up and it becomes necessary. But this also goes the other way. If women go around showing everything, then nothing's erotic. So you actually
Yeah.
lose your
So
power.
True. It's so
It's
true.
true.
If
true.
you say create a rarity out of it, then people will
Exclusivity
wanna
gives value.
see
Yeah.
it. Exactly. So then it drives up the price or the want to see it. So think about
Rachel.
that, men and women.
Well, it's not men; it's just women. Like it's the one it works for. Now, exclusivity gives value works for everything, but in the dynamic between men and women, well, I suppose men holding back would be no, because it'd only be like money and stuff, and it's like, oh, you got to pay on the first date. So
I think
I
you
don't
can
think that
hold
works.
back on even the sexual act, because as long as the female has like a
that will never happen. It's
They
it's
probably
men's.
won't,
It,
but
it-
then they want more. I think.
Well, it's men's genetic imperative to bang as many people as possible. So that will never, you'll never reach a point where it's like, oh, we need to hold it back.
I don't think that they'll never, but there's a rare
Yeah, never.
amount of cases that
The-
I've seen men turn down women. Okay, like
Oh
it's
yeah,
not
there are
like-
some monsters that aren't worth it. Yeah, sure, 100%. But I think Destiny has proved that
Oh,
those standards
he
are
doesn't
really
turn down
low.
anything. He'll
Yeah, but most men won't. There's a reason why men have the term "every hole's a goal" and women don't.
I mean, I could say that that's a statement for me, but then people on the internet would question me.
No, Mark on the internet would be the one that had a problem.
He hops in the chat. Wait, what?
The rest of the rest of the chat would be cheering, but Mark would be the one that had the problem.
Oh.
Let's see. Ed Song, thank you for the 5. At first, when he was divorcing his wife, I thought Abba
That was a lot of
Cadabra-
people's first thought. Yeah.
Cadabra'd with Destiny's wife. Yeah.
Abracadabra.
That's a good one.
He made an entire video about it. I was like, oh, he thinks the lady doth protest too much. But considering he's got really angry over it, like, or on the verge of anger, multiple times I've seen him now in multiple videos and streams. I kind of believe nothing did happen, but that doesn't mean it's
Probably
not
not.
reasonable for everyone to assume it when everybody else has.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And if anything, it's weird that you're getting annoyed about it because, like, even Destiny wouldn't get annoyed at it.
Yeah, it's true. Mr. Q, thank you for the $2 donation on PayPal.
Thank you, Mr. Q.
And
I
Ed
actually think that
Sung-
the reason he gets annoyed at it is because he knows that banging somebody else's wife is a bad thing to do. And so he's getting annoyed at the accusation,
Oh, yeah,
despite the
yeah.
fact that Destiny wouldn't mind.
Yeah. X-Ray Girl and Pasta. If you think dancing is not sexual, look up the dance Antonio Banderas did with Catherine Zeta-Jones during Star. Oh yeah, no, that was dancing can be very sexual.
It's
It can
inherently
be.
It can
it's
be.
inherently intimate,
Yeah.
which intimacy generally leads to sexual. Is probably where people split, but it's definitely intimate.
It can be, and I've done like dancing in different like varieties, I guess you can call it, like back from like ballet, tap, jazz, acro. I'm talking about that, not like sexuality. And I've done dances where it seems like it is, but it absolutely is not whatsoever. But it just depends on the context of what you're trying to evoke in that moment.
That I think that's just your interpretation of the act because you're going, I would never shag this guy. But that doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't intimate. Just means you had no intention of going further with it.
Okay, I can see that as being true.
That's fair. Russell, thank you for the 2. Think of it all as more of a
Think of
fuzzy
it more as
nugget
a
pouch.
funny nugget pouch.
Fuzzy. He said funny.
Fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy.
I meant to say fuzzy. I was
The
probably still
whiskey
swallowing
head.
at the time. A bit like Destiny.
Don't say.
I had to say it because I already thought of the punchline.
It's okay.
It was worth
Don't
me
censor
taking the hit
me.
so that he could take the hit.
Don't censor me. Russell, thank you for the 5. We all assumed that Destiny was heartbroken by his wife sleeping around, but that was
Yes.
before the leaks. Now we just know he's eager to play cleanup.
I have a theory
sense.
that no matter how supposedly open a woman is, the moment she knows a bloke does that, she will innately lose respect for him, see him as less masculine, and that will innately make her put her off. And so she will start looking for someone. Because if you remember, when everyone saw... It wasn't just that she left Destiny. It was who she left Destiny for. The fact that she left Destiny for a guy who's incredibly effeminate himself. But then when you find out what Destiny's been doing, you're like, oh, actually, no, he is actually more masculine. It's like, oh, okay then. There are some things that just biology... You have your logical sense of your brain and your innate biological sense, and I think there are some things that is just biology goes, no, I can't put up with that. Even if you try and rationalize yourself into accepting it.
I think there's a competitive fashion in like men to want to beat out other men for the prize too, on top of that.
I don't know what you're referring to.
No, like Destiny, like I'm saying that he's very effeminate. The fact that he's not possessive in some sense over his wife at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I called it feminine. I think there's a feminine... I think women are, by and large, far more open to sharing people, because that's the way biology's always been. Like, the king would have a whole...
harem?
Yes. So, I actually think this is why women are innately more likely to be bi and stuff, because throughout history, they have shared more men. I think it's something like 95% of women throughout history have had kids, whereas when you're looking at men, it's like 35 to 40%. So those men are sharing multiple women, like mathematically.
Genghis Khan!
Well, yeah. Now, he did it through conquering, but I think even just high status, like high status men would regularly keep women together, just in general, and the women were fine with it. You do that with blokes, the men aren't fine with it. Because it doesn't play into their genetic imperative of passing on their genes, whereas the mother, no, she's passing on her genes.
Interesting. Shane, thank you for a 10. Good point. Not sexual, just need the grace. Jadine, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Many men would sleep with women they would not marry.
Mm-hmm.
True. Russell, this is for you. This is for you. You said funny instead of fuzzy.
Hi, Russell.
I definitely read that in the Samuel L. Jackson voice, so you can't not.
And I'd also like to point out, funny is English. It just wasn't the English that was written down. The weird thing was, I intended to say fuzzy, and when you pointed it out, my brain went, no, you did say fuzzy. So I was like, wait, what?
Like, shoot, wait. But then he made a good joke out of it, so you get a gold
Well,
star.
yeah, I was
Thing-
I was thinking about the punchline at the same time.
Yeah. Nope, it was a good save. All right, should we go on to
Hey, when he went through this divorce, both of you were against me making divorce jokes. I thought that was funny as well.
Wait, I don't remember that. Was that?
Yeah,
against it?
yeah. I don't know which one it was, but all stream I kept bringing it up. Both of you were like, no, you can't.
What? I don't remember. We've had a lot of streams.
It was quite a while ago by this point. Well, it feels like a while ago. It was probably still this year, actually, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're at the end of the year, so if it was like the beginning of the year, a while ago.
Yeah. It always reminds me when I think people keep pointing out that Echo was this year. I'm like, no.
It was?
Echo seems like
It
so.
feels
Yeah,
like
I'm gonna
years
Google
ago
it.
at this point.
Google it. It probably was the beginning of the year.
I think it was 9th of January, 2024.
Okay, so
It seems like so long ago.
it seems like more than a year ago. Yeah. Crazy. All right, well, let's get on to our second topic. It's not that important.
2 hours
but
in,
we-
second topic. Let's go.
Oh my god!
My first thought with this is, did they intend for Gal Gadot to have weird alien legs coming out of her neck?
It does look like that.
Yeah, she looks like something out of that. What's the movie? They die of like
Oh, wait, hold
bacteria
on.
at the end.
Hold on.
It's like an alien invasion of Earth. Is it that one?
Alien
no, it might.
invasion on Earth.
No, there's one with like tripod aliens walking along. It looks like that, but I can't remember what movie it is.
Okay, I do have all of them. Sorry, I wanted to make sure the thread was up correctly. It is. Sorry. I don't know what one you're talking about. Someone said War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. I think they had
Wow.
like tripod aliens and they had legs like that.
It does look like that. Now I can't unsee it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! It's so weird.
Yeah. And now it gets worse because that's meant to be that arch, presumably, from the first photo. It looks nothing like an arch. Like, it's not even curved like an arch. You can't imagine that meeting up in the middle. There is no... The shape doesn't fit. So it has to be, like, at an angle as her legs. The other one, if
Weird.
anyone has
It's
ever played
really
it,
weird.
I doubt you two have, but Vampire the Masquerade, there is in Vampire the Masquerade the game, these, like, heads on legs, and they just run along like that, and it looks like one of them. I might be able to get a picture.
Let's see. Show us. But yeah, it is a weird. I don't know. Yeah, I guess they do have wait, the dwarves aren't even on the cover?
Because they don't matter,
Yeah.
realistically. It's about her trying to make her way through without a man. So of course they're gonna get rid of all the
Men that help her.
Men that help her be who she is. And it's her 1v1 with the queen.
Shit. Ariana's arms.
There is
They both-
something, even in the trailer, I think Gal Gadot's like, I can remember you being so argumentative or opinionated. You're way more opinionated than you used to be. And like that's just commentary on the disaster that happened in the trailer.
Ooh, CGI castle.
It's so stupid. I mean, there are literally
Oh, that
still
looks
existing
awful.
castles.
I know. They could just go to Ireland. A lot of castles over there. UK, I mean, just go to Europe.
There's loads, yeah,
Um,
and there's even like modern castles that were just because a lot of the old castles, yeah, they may have been crumbling or something. But so
Yeah.
if you wanted that kind of Disneyland those exist as well. You could just rather than faking everything.
I think this looks awful.
I don't
Maybe
think
it's
the
just
CG
it's
looks
just the
awful.
still. It reminds me of like really bad 3D animation from the 90s. It could just be the still. It might look better. I don't know. It's just there's no. I don't know. I don't think it looks good. I think it might just be the picture though. So we'll give it.
I will say when you see the mist hitting the face, it looks a little too stark of a difference.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what it just doesn't. It blends in a little bit too much. Like they should have made the mask a bit of a different color, like a little darker or more yellow, like this.
I think they should have made it 3D. I know they're trying to imitate the original.
Yeah, actual 3D.
but
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's like they've gone for. Oh yeah, this is the thing. You can see the arms coming out of the neck, and then there's just a head. This is the only thing I see on that poster.
Yeah.
Although, admittedly, that doesn't look like Gal Gadot.
Oops.
Just Rachel Zegler.
No. Especially when she talks.
Mike wants to know if me and Disbrew want to be in a movie. Of course.
We could
That
get
sounds
glicked.
like a corno.
Hey, whoa.
You can't hide.
I'm not here anymore. Oh my gosh, Kara, it does, but I love Zordon. I love Power Rangers. But yeah,
I think
it does,
I think that's the problem. In the original one, that's clearly just a 2D face. Whereas in the bottom one, they've tried to make it 3D, but it's still actually 2D, and you can tell by the edges of the face, so it doesn't work. They needed to pick a lane.
Have my people call your people.
Yeah.
And by that means just message me.
Yeah,
make it
I don't
happen,
actually
that's all.
have people until your people
Oh,
needed
geez,
to talk to them.
Can I call it Dickin? Just for
No, it'd have to be dicks.
Dickin.
It has to be. Like, it's not multiple syllables.
Okay, if ever you guys were a pairing, I cannot wait to call you Dick.
Because otherwise it'd be Whisperoo. You'd be like, wait, what?
It sounds like a tree.
I'm
Like a
gonna
weeping
whisper
willow.
the dick action.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving on.
What a downgrade.
For real.
For real, for reals.
For real.
I've been saying that the person, if they were to do a Latino version of Snow White, should have been Vanessa Hudgens. But
She's
I would
preggers,
prefer
yeah.
an
Just don't do a
actual-
Latino version of someone that
Well,
isn't
and
Latino.
that's the thing. But the thing is, I can see Vanessa Hudgens doing that because I've seen High School Musical, and she does play that type of character archetype really well.
Yeah.
This is the
No, she
kind of
would've been
thing
good.
where, because everybody knows Snow White, I don't actually think you need some big name actress. I think you could have just got a really attractive newcomer and just got. This is what Hollywood isn't doing. They're not finding new people that are talented and then blasting them into Starlight via some. Because when you take a brand, that should be enough. You don't need a brand plus an actress. When you do a new story, then you need a big name to actually carry it. But they're not just getting new people. They're getting like Rachel Zegler of all things.
Vanessa Hudgens is like mixed like me. She's Filipino, Chinese, Spanish, so she does have some Latino in there, and Irish.
How
And
many
she
countries do you have to be before it becomes a farce?
Okay, fine. She's American.
Well,
This Bruce, she's
When
American.
you've got to be
American.
something. You can't be all of these things. It's like,
She's got a splash. You can be because people come from different parts of the world. Especially in America, a lot of people,
I think after a quarter it gets farcical.
immigrated over here. Anyways, I'm not getting into this argument with this brewer right now.
But you should.
You,
I want to
you
hear
don't
it.
need to. You've already lost. You called yourself American.
Well, I am American, but I didn't lose.
She
I like
admitted
being
it.
American. But I have heritage, family from Italy, Ireland, and
The
Puerto
prosecution
Rico.
arrests Your Honor.
No.
No, because at least at a quarter, it's like your parents could also be like half and half. But after
They
that, it just
are.
gets farcical.
So what? After that, I don't get to take any of their heritage. My mom's half and half, and so is my dad.
No, because by the time you're getting down to an eighth, I'm like, well, it's nothing to do with you. It's nothing to do with your parents. Now we're going down to your grandparents, and you're like, how far back do we need to? There has to be some kind of cutoff point. Otherwise, I might as well be Genghis Khan.
But if I didn't have any Italian in me, I wouldn't have a big nose, and I wouldn't look Italian as hell. If I was like Polish, I would have blonde hair and be pale.
I like that's how you think Italians. Just like they've all got massive
my grandpa
honkers.
was like very Italian, and yeah, my grandpa had a big nose. It's okay. I own
I
it.
still think
I
this
mean,
crew has blonde hair, and it's been like years.
There is the Roman nose, but it's not the Roman nose isn't necessarily big. It's like the like comes out and then down. It's not necessarily massive. It's more the shape of the bone in your nose, which you can also get just by breaking it. So
I don't like the stress.
oh my
at
god,
all.
I said bone and X-Ray lost it.
I'm looking at dress.
Bone. You can't hide. That's not how it works.
I'm hiding. It doesn't matter.
Bone.
Shut up, Disfru. I'm only 12 years old in my mind.
I don't understand why
That
they
excuse
couldn't
doesn't work for anime either.
I don't understand why they couldn't replicate this dress. I know it's like her torn and ratted dress, but I think that the brown one just looks better and it matches the time more than this. I don't like the pattern on this.
I've never looked at the pattern of her dress. I didn't notice it was different, and I still can't tell.
Well, it's in the beginning of the movie when she's like basically like the maid, and she's
No, but
cooking
even with
queens and
the
stuff,
two pictures, I can't tell. I mean, I suppose the flowery shoulder bits, but
I don't like that. Anyways, moving on. I mean, Gal's got the outfit down.
I think she has the anime look of even just movement of being a dark evil queen. I can't fathom Rachel Zegler being a whimsically beautiful, innocent being.
No, not at all.
It just doesn't work.
No.
well, this is when she said she was ingenue, and it was like an innocent, unsophisticated woman. Like, you think you're sophisticated? Nobody thinks you're sophisticated. It's like, no, it's just the way I am. Whereas in this, even her expression in this still photo goes, yeah, evil cow.
Yeah, and trying to
Like, many people have seen that on their wives.
convince us that Rachel's better looking than Gal.
No, Gal Gadot is way hotter. Way hotter. I think her role in the Hunger Games movie, I forgot the title of it.
Yeah,
it
me
actually
too.
fit her because she was a
Songbirds
bit
and
of a
Snakes.
duplicitous type of character, and it fit because I see her as that. I don't see her in this really well. You know who would have been even better? And she's definitely too old at this point. Amy Adams. Do you remember when she did that movie, like the
Enchanted?
Cinderella? Enchanted. Yes, she fit the role so well.
Yeah, that was good.
Well,
We
I
need
actually think
hype like that for this.
Daily Wire's Brett Cooper. If you play
yeah.
the trailer, their trailer versus this trailer, she looks way more like Snow White than
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler does.
And that's a good point, Gnomsky. Lily Collins was great in the
Oh my gosh,
Mirror Mirror.
perfect.
She was in Mirror Mirror, and they had Julia Roberts, who is pretty. So the queen's not supposed to be ugly, but Lily Collins had like this more of an innocent, just younger, youthful beauty over Julia Roberts. So that was a really good Snow White movie. I like that one a lot. I don't know why Rachel Zegler. I just don't get it.
I think finding people to play the Snow White role is so pathetically easy that to miscast it is only an intentional act. There are lots of innocent women with long black hair that would have fit.
Yeah, exactly. I have no. This is fine. I mean, whatever. It's the box that she wants her heart put in. Oh well, that's a big difference.
I don't know. I'm not very good at playing Spot the Difference.
I can't. I don't know what's different here. Looks exactly the
Is it
same.
his beard? I think it's
can't
his beard.
tell. I think it's the beard
Oh,
and the
he doesn't-
hair. He
doesn't
has
have a
no hair
feather. He doesn't
or
have a feather.
Yeah. He needs his face lit up a bit more. I can barely see it. Like, there's no way he's showing up on a webcam. The face detection
Unless
would
there's a
not
ring
work.
light. Unless there's a ring light.
Yeah. So the huntsman checks out. Same one. The hat is different. Exactly. Mongoose. This looks like a painting. Super.
It does,
like,
actually. Yeah.
Is even just
Like,
Is even
this is
she
their
CGI?
issue.
like.
This is their issue with doing it live action. You're choosing movies which are almost entirely CGI anyway. Like, so you're CGIing a load of animals. Now you're CGIing a tree when you could have done an animatronic tree. Literally, that would have been really easy to do, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so you get to a point where it's like, well, why didn't you just leave it as animation then? If you're going to fake it all anyway.
Yeah. Well,
They did a better job with the Ents in Rings of Power for sure, in comparison.
I just don't believe that Rachel Zegler could charm the birds from the trees.
no, they would be flying away, like running into the trees because they don't want to hear her. I mean, she can sing, but I'm talking about hearing her speak because she's just always talking crap and being a brat and complaining about something stupid.
Brat Summer!
Brat Summer!
The interesting thing about Rachel is, and you can tell whenever she's around him that it's true what she says. Like, if you ever see footage of her and her boyfriend, she's an entirely different person. She suddenly goes into, like, the domesticated, traditional housewife, the submissive kind of woman. And she's even spoken about it in interviews, about how she wants the kind of traditional lifestyle, living on a farm somewhere, away from everything in the outback. And then she comes and does the Hollywood stuff. And she's like, I can be a feminist in Hollywood, but then in my home life, I can be the traditional, innocent, like, wife. No, you can't. Like, you can't literally come out and go, I want to preach evil for you, while I live the way I was meant to. Like, that's not actually something you're supposed to be doing.
And that's why, like, they say that people are cast in a lot of these roles, and a lot of these interviews, people are just acting in it. But I do think at least Rachel Zegler in this moment, like with her interviews, that's what she actually thinks.
Oh, she's genuinely insufferable, yeah.
But then it's crazy because she then reverts to her original settings.
The moment the man comes around, yeah.
Which is wild.
And
it's definitely prettier.
It was on the Songbirds and Snakes backstage thing. There's a piece where I think she's having her makeup done and they're interviewing her, and he walks over because they filmed the movie together. And the moment he walks onto camera and she sees him, she melts, and you can like visibly see the change in her personality. So I 100% believe her when she goes, "I want the traditional thing between us two."
Nature versus nurture. And what's being nurtured is the Hollywood aspect of it.
Yeah, well, but that's not just Hollywood, that's society in general. That's the message that is being pushed by society on women. But yes, the genetic disposition is definitely the traditional one.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Do they CGI this too? They couldn't even like build a set for a little college.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is kind of sad because if you think about like Wicked, they built a lot of their sets. Like, of course, the background was CGI. You could have built a cottage or a mini version of the cottage, and it would have been probably cheaper to build and film that.
You know what did that? Agatha all along. Theirs was genuine.
Yeah, but you can tell when they interact with the stuff. Like, that's what they're saying about Wicked, is that I didn't watch it, but I saw clips, obviously, that they're interacting with the set, and that brings you into it more.
Yes.
So I don't understand.
And it ages better.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, because then you don't catch the little things that makes it like of its time. Because if it's real, like way more believable.
You go back and watch the early Marvel movies and stuff, and the CGI looks awful. Whereas you go back and watch like Lord of the Rings movies, still looks as good as the day it was made because it's all miniatures and things.
Real.
Like Jurassic Park, they actually had those big animatronic dinosaurs, and it still looks so good.
Yeah, although my theory, because there are scenes with those dinosaurs where it's CGI, but they still look real. And my theory is simply you don't know what a dinosaur looks like, whereas you're used to seeing houses, so you can pick out all the weird mistakes, whereas dinosaurs, it's like...
That's fair, but they did make animatronic dinosaurs too. So a lot of the scenes really like, it definitely pulled you in more. But that is a good point that we don't know what dinosaurs look like, but it still looks better.
Well, it turns out a lot of them seem to have feathers and fur.
Yeah.
But of course that doesn't last in the bones, so they're like, oh, they're just all like green and stuff. It's like, no, they were probably furry.
Probably. Yeah, look at this. It might just be a bad picture, but it is a little blurry, but that doesn't... Oh, they could have made it look so just like enchanted and pretty.
It looks so drab.
Yeah,
but that
doesn't look welcoming.
That's
computer
graphics.
Like, yeah, like when she goes in,
people
it looks
complained
so
about that
welcoming,
People complained about that with Wicked, that apparently Wicked has really muted colors. And if you look at like the behind the scenes stuff, the colors on the set are actually way brighter. But they've run it through a filter to like dull everything down. And the director said he did it deliberately to make it look grittier and more realistic.
Interesting.
Now, what I want for this is just to watch her go into like to literally house invade. She's gonna house invade and then tell them that their house isn't clean enough for her and force them to clean it for her. It's like a burglar coming in and then complaining you haven't dusted recently.
It's okay. So in
She's
this
basically that though. She comes into their home uninvited and then tells them what to do.
Yeah.
What do you
How
think of the
rude.
squirrel representation here, Disparu?
Disparu, I think that's cute. That's you and Steph,
cute.
honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think turtles are that happy. Like, turtles live for like 100 years and stuff. You know turtles are going to be grumpy old men. They've been wandering around this earth at like half a mile an hour their entire life.
A mile.
And they're literally just like, I wish I was faster. You can always tell, like, the only happy turtles I've ever seen are those little ones that then get put on those finger skateboards, and they just speed around everywhere.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're like, I've seen one chasing after a cat, because it now can, and it's so fast. And the cat's, like, running away, and he's, like, spinning around on the...
This looks like a volcano.
Okay, so can we talk about this? So, mines, there are so many games out there that show you mining scenes that are significantly prettier than this. I don't know why they didn't do that. It actually is really sad.
I actually don't know in the bottom photo what I'm looking at. It's just a visual mess.
It looks
like it's just lights everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this at all. I love the scene. That's like one of the iconic scenes from Snow White. Like dig, 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 and it's like all pretty and colorful. But what is this? I don't like it.
It does. They don't even have the dwarves in it, so it doesn't look like a real mine.
Because they probably look terrible since they're CGI.
That photo looks more like you're in a sci-fi show traveling through like a wormhole, and you've just got light flashing past you. Like if you were traveling through a Stargate, that's the kind of thing you'd be looking at.
Yeah, that's not a cave.
Oh God. This is just one of those things that doesn't work in real life.
You know how they say 1-to-1 shot? This is definitely not the one they should have chosen.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
And I love Dopey. He was my favorite dwarf. He's just so quirky and cute, but I don't know about this one.
But look at like his facial expressions. I think that's one of the problems. He's really happy in the top one, and in the bottom one, he looks like unnerved.
Yeah, they didn't even give him his big cheeks. Like, if you're gonna go CGI, then you should make them like just go full out with it. I mean, you could have just hired actors and did makeup, but you know.
Yes.
Peter Dinklage, thanks.
You should have hired like a comedy dwarf for this, and they do exist. If they just got one of the ones that do midget wrestling, there are midget wrestlers that do comedy acts in the wrestling. Midget wrestling is one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen in my life. It's my favorite Lethal stream that he's ever done.
Wrestling, that's a thing.
Yeah, there's one guy that does it with his wife, and so they do all like these sexual jokes and stuff while midget wrestling. It's really funny.
Yeah, so this is all CGI too here? Like she's just probably laying on a green bed?
Could have. They could.
I imagine that's real. Surely they made the beds.
No, it doesn't look real. Look at it.
It doesn't. Well,
like the light even looks fake AF.
That's what I mean.
Oh, I can imagine like it's been post-processed to hell, but surely the dopey, sneezy, and happy bits are real.
I would hope so, but I don't know. It doesn't look like a wood carving. Like how hard could that have been? Like really? They couldn't even do that much? Probably cheaper too. Well, maybe,
I agree with you that it does look fake.
It does.
It's one of those things where I'm like, that's so cheap to do. I would have thought you'd just do it.
Like they literally could have hired a woodworker to make that at a cheaper rate than to pay computer graphics artists to make this.
Yeah, that doesn't. It looks like a painting right here. Like it looks like it was.
It looks faker than the animals in there.
Yeah.
I think it probably is a real scene and she's in real beds, but I think it's been so post-processed that it just looks fake now because like those light rays coming in and stuff entirely fake. But I think like the light on her is probably real, but the god rays coming in from the roof aren't. And there is a thing that was described where if you have like a camera here and you from where the sun is, the light shining, you know where the sun is. And if there's just a light that's off, so it's shining on a character from the wrong direction, you won't consciously realize it, but your brain does. And so your brain's like, no, there's something dangerous about this. And that's why it kind of unnerves you. Because if something is wrong in the scene, your brain thinks danger. There's a predator here. Something's weird. I need to pay attention to it. And I think that's what's going on. It's like uncanny valley territory.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm not into the scene, and I don't think it's realistic. And I know they're trying to do a 1-to-1 version of it, but it's just not translating very well.
No.
I think 1-to-1 is the way to go. I know some people are like, well, you're remaking it, what's the point? It's like, well, no, I think live action has like an additional benefit over animation.
No,
so
I like 1-to-1 better.
yeah.
When we were talking about the How to Train Your Dragon, I did like how they animated Toothless. I didn't care for him to be a very realistic dragon.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
I do wish for more. When they say live action, I would wish for more live action sets versus computer graphics.
I just don't think you should be doing live action versions of things where you have to animate a main character. So I don't think you should be doing a live action version of How to Train Your Dragon because you're going to have to animate the dragons. I think it's just a stupid decision. But there are other things where you can do it. And I think at least 1-to-1 on the camera work and stuff. Because I always remember with Alice in Borderland, the finale of that, if you go and read the manga, you can literally just see the shot. Literally shot for shot, camera for camera, all the way down.
Really?
Yeah. Now, admittedly, throughout the story, they do change some stuff for the TV. But in the final episode, especially the final scenes, they just remake it. It's really well done.
I love Alice in Borderland, so they can do no wrong so far that I can tell. So
I think it's just become my favorite TV show.
I think so too, and I can't wait for season 3.
And it is still my go-to, and I think probably always will be my go-to example of how you do characterization. Anytime people are like, oh, well, we didn't have long to talk about the characters, I'm like, Alice in Borderland. That it just proves that you can do characterization of multiple people in 20 minutes, and then kill them, and then move on.
Oh.
And then you get like shows like, what have I watched? Arcane. I know you haven't watched it. There are characters in it that like get a comeback and they just get killed for no reason. Whereas like when you watch in Alice in Borderland, like, okay, was it episode 3 was the heart-wrenching one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So episode
That's what
3.
I always tell people to go to. Like, watch the first things and just tell me when you get to it. And they're like, get to what? It's like, don't worry, you'll know. And every time I get like, disprove, like in the comments.
Yes. No, but it's so true because the character development that you get from episode 1, 2 to 3 is insane because you are led to believe a certain thing that might happen and the emotional ties of all these characters together. So when you get to episode 3, and I'm not putting spoilers out there, it is so heart-wrenching. And whatever they do between 1 to 3 is magic.
I've never seen anything else do that. There's a movie that I'm thinking of which comes close, but then handles it in a different way, and so it's not the same. Yes. Anybody should watch the first 3 episodes of Alice in Borderland, and if you don't like it after that, okay.
Then don't worry about it, it's fine.
You probably won't like the rest, but I've not met anyone that doesn't. So far, I've not met anyone that doesn't like the first 3 episodes.
I'm gonna start it soon. I promise.
You've been saying that for about a year.
I know.
Listen, if you do not cry in episode 3, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know if Discord cried, but I cried heavily, and I was just like,
he won't admit it if he did. He's a man. He can't.
I can't even. I don't think I did.
Okay.
I don't think I did.
No.
I don't think it is. But there are, as Disper said, he only has emotions for certain things. As a female, I totally have emotions for this.
We're emotional.
It's okay to cry for that. Oh my God, you're the light of my life. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry.
My favorite are the memes where it's like got the wife and the husband, and she's like, he doesn't cry at anything. He doesn't have emotions. And then in his mind, it's like, they killed Peanut. And it's just like guns and tanks and stuff.
I love Peanut. I am so happy that Peanut is like, not Peanut, the family that owned Peanut is suing the New York
Good.
state.
No,
They should.
Yeah.
obviously they should, yeah.
They should, yeah. So
That's
here's the
Nightmare Fuel,
dwarves.
by the way.
It's awful. Moving on. Just,
Oh, no. This is
The
why you should have just
lighting.
done the original scene. You've gone way overboard.
Why would you put the powder everywhere? The little foamy, whatever that
The
is.
Well,
smoke.
she's like,
The
she's blown
powder.
out as well. Like, there's way too much
Yeah.
light on her.
Yeah, it doesn't. They didn't need. Yeah, they went too much. It's not happening here. Like at the end, like she's like, oh, they could have done that, but not there. Like let her drink it, and then like, where she's like starts to change, and then you could do some kind of smoke or something.
Also, she's
Uh,
holding that chalice really weirdly. like-
the original witch or the
No, the
down
one
to
below,
down?
because like you've got the
Scale.
chalice, then you'll have a really thin stem like a wine glass, and she's holding the stem with the palms of her hands like this.
You know
It's
what,
bizarre.
Disbrew? You don't have long fingernails, so you do not understand how
Neither
to
does she.
hold a wine glass. Like,
does a
oh my
little
She
bit.
doesn't
God.
have long fingernails.
Kinda. Look at they're going.
No, they come out to about here. There's literally no reason she
This
couldn't
was
hold it like
I'm
the.
a nail expert.
There's
thank
no
you."
reason she couldn't hold it like the original one. No, because what she should have been doing is holding the chalice
Like, how
around
she
the edges.
is? Like
Yeah, because they've obviously
holding
changed
the-
it from a glass to a chalice. I actually do like the chalice more,
Yeah.
so I'm fine with that. But she should have been gripping the end. Like nobody holds a wine glass with their palms.
that's how we're gonna
That's
start
never
drinking wine
happened.
X-ray. We will
Yeah,
spill
it-
immediately.
It's such a bizarre way of holding that thing. It actually looks more like she's shoving her face in a trough due to the way she's like holding it. She's like
Yeah,
trying to
it's
shove her
weird.
Entire face into it.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I know these are just stills of scenes, but it's not a good one.
Who released these images, by the way? Like,
This
I don't
person,
know.
I don't know. I
They
think
work
this
in the
person
show?
might have went through and like took screenshots of the
Is
What do
all
you
this
call
in
it?
the trailer? I can't
the
really
trailer.
remember.
Yeah, I think it's all in the trailer, and they just did
Which is in cinema but
side-by-side
not released, and
I
that's
think
weird.
this person might be the one that did it, but I don't know. It just says a thread, Snow White comparison, a thread. Paris says Disbrew seems more argumentative than normal today.
it is
This is how I-
absolute fact.
this is how I always
don't know
am.
why, but I kind of feel. You know what? It's
I
he's
hate
bringing
Look, it's not.
two
If they want to be
times
more,
the masculinity.
if they want to be
they're
more
not
wrong
gonna-
than normal, I'm going to argue more than normal.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Let's fight, Disbrew. Let's fight.
Why would you want to
Let's
do that,
run
you
the
loser?
Let's
rumble,
row.
like
Let's
kickboxing
row.
right
This,
now.
this is literally War of the
Have a
Rohirrim.
row.
I'm not afraid of you. You should be.
I'm
Like,
about to get
why? What you
Kara's
gonna
beat
do?
right now?
It's like that woman in Wicked who's in a wheelchair complaining that people are talking about her. It's like, okay, they can. What are you gonna do? It's not as if you can fight them. They just have to go into a field. You can't even follow them in there. If they go upstairs, you can't even touch them. You have all the problems of a Dalek, and they can fly.
I hate this so much. The new
It
apple.
looks so creepy there. But
It looks
I
like
mean,
an old
the
shrunken
apple.
head.
It's
the apple
awful.
doesn't
This
look
is-
normal. I'm sorry. It's supposed to look evil, but like,
Wasn't the
Yeah.
original a normal apple that was then
Yeah.
coated in something that so that
it
is just
made
the
that
coating
face.
forming the skull, whereas
Yeah.
this is like a shrunken head that she's
It's
dipping.
weird.
no one's
yeah,
gonna eat
so-
that.
In the original, it's a red apple, and then like it makes that face when it goes over it. But then when she gives it to Snow White, it's just a bright red regular apple. I mean, maybe it's kind of weird if this is gonna just
Well,
become a
Yeah,
regular
from what I
apple, but-
remember, she dips the shrunken head, and then when she pulls it out, it's an apple, rather
Oh.
than in the original where she dunks a normal apple,
like
and it's
it.
like it's the potion that you see dripping around the apple that forms the skull.
Yeah, this is like an iconic thing. I even I have a cookie jar or like a candy jar. That's the apple. It's a very popular thing. There's so many mugs. You go to the Disney parks and they have like, I think Anna has like all these different colored ones. She has like a collection of them, like like little cups with straws or something like that. It's very iconic and popular. It's like, why would they? This
See,
I
now
don't like
this would have been the perfect scene for Rachel Zegler.
route.
No, she's the witch or the skull.
Either or.
Either one works.
Oh no.
Oh. I mean,
I mean,
whatever.
she
She
still
could
looks
be
I'm
evil
fine
in
with that.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, yeah.
I would have preferred that they give it. They've done this before. They did it with the bits where you saw the dwarves. They didn't imitate the hats. Like with this, it would have been better if she still had the pointy hat that's in the original footage, rather than it's like, because she's got the point bit. It's just on her back for some reason.
Yeah. I'm still not.
I'm not
I think
convinced.
that's just a problem with her.
It's just a Rachel problem, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
meh.
I actually don't think there's anything wrong with the picture. I think this is
No.
literally, she is it, like, because nobody likes her. You see her like, oh.
They couldn't dye her hair. They couldn't give her like a wig if she didn't want to dye her hair and give her the cute little bow. Oh no, that's too feminine. I'm gonna save myself. I can have a bow. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
imagine Rachel would have argued against a bow. That's probably the
I don't know.
wardrobe department, I'm thinking.
For the
Stupid.
director.
Okay, so yeah, it does turn into a regular apple.
Yeah, but look at the difference between the apples. Like the top one really bright and like enticing,
like you wanna
and that
eat
one you
it,
like
yeah.
that looks a bit
Well,
off.
and the thing is, the contrast of it with the scene, you have very drab colors, and it's just you're concentrated on it because of it. And that one just looks like a bulbousy looking red ball.
The interesting thing is as well, I remember the set
Coloring's
photos,
awful.
and her dress is really bright blue. So this is just the coloring they've done in post-pro to bring all the saturation down again.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
that's a very
that.
modern thing. They love making everything just washed out in
It's
movies.
it's because of the CGI. They did the same thing with like the Wendy and Peter show, where like you think Neverland is, even in Hook, like it's so bright and beautiful and you want to go there, like especially when you're a kid, it's just you love it. But now Disney, they use so much CGI. Not that CGI wasn't used before, like in Hook for sure, but they use so much they got to make it darker so that you don't notice it, but we still notice it, and you just made the movie like dull. So the lose.
Yeah, the weird thing is the top picture, the colors of her dress and stuff are actually darker.
Yeah.
But because the apple shows, like, it's just so saturated, the scene still feels brighter than the bottom one, where everything is washed out.
Yeah.
And they could have used a filter. They could have used AI to use a filter to brighten that apple if they really wanted.
Yeah, they should have.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, isn't it even in the Matrix? The woman in red is massively saturated compared to everything else. So they clearly just did it specifically for her in that one.
And they do
Yeah.
that in a lot of TV shows too. Like you'll see the lighting and effects, especially old school TV, where they want you to look at certain things. They will highlight it with
Mhm.
the lighting. And you might not realize it at the time, but when you're watching with that in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, they want us to look at the eyes. They want us to look at this specifically or that.
Was it Sin City where a lot of the film was in black and white, and then they would just have specific colors on some
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, to make it stand out.
And of course, you can't be carrying her.
Well, I mean,
And I don't really care about that. I'm just being a
well,
brat.
no. I was like, they've probably chosen a really effeminate man, and you know,
He probably can't stand her. I feel bad for this guy. He had to work with Rachel Zegler closely.
I mean, look at his face. He doesn't look like he wants her.
No, he's like, okay, is this the last scene?
Like,
Can I go
okay,
home now?
wait. Can we go with this? Look at the above picture, the desire between the two,
Yeah,
the happiness that they look in just
Yeah.
still. And the one in below just looks so drab and sad.
Like they look annoyed
and
with each other.
upset to be with each other.
Yeah. Ugh.
what I can't work out is the hairstyles. Like, her hair seems to be in roughly the same kind of shape, but it
A
just
little
doesn't
bit,
work
yeah.
in the bottom one, and I don't know why.
Because of the bow. She needs the bow, I'm telling you. And it also, there's like a little bit of styling that needs to be done to just kind of touch it up. But I think the bow just really would have brought it together because it is such like a flat style that added volume. Trust
Yeah,
me.
it might be the Yeah, the top one looks like it has more volume than the bottom one, where it's kind of just like stuck to her.
Flat on her head.
Yeah.
She looked like she was wearing a helmet and then took it off.
It's so sad.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes! Oh my god, wicked.
I know hair.
I know helmets.
She's homely. That's why. Another good point. That's all of them. Yeah. Let me.
That's all the
catch up-
Rachel we can stand for today.
Yeah, I'm good. I have been over Racheled. Let me get
Over
through these-
Rachel. Oh my god.
I mean, she knows how to pick a movie, though. I was doing Spellbound, and it's literally a pro-divorce movie. And all the actors are going, this is such a beautiful story. It's such a great story to tell for children to see themselves in. And there's even a clip from her in one of her interviews, and she's talking about herself. But she's going, because I'm
Not
in
her.
it. Well, yeah, it's like, because I'm in it, it allows all of these young women to see themselves in the story and realize that when they grow up, they could also be like me. But if you take that clip and you apply that to divorce, well, no, it's like, now all the young girls know that when they grow up, they can have divorces too. It's such a beautiful message. It's like, oh, it's one of the most horrific things I've ever made. And I know people are going to go, it's not pro-divorce. I'm like, well, it's the story of a daughter and her parents are monsters because they're always arguing. But then the parents split up, go to separate castles, and they're way happier. They're not arguing anymore. They turn back into humans. And she's just a happy girl going between castle to castle. So the message is, if you split up, you're happier than when you stay together. How's that not pro-divorce?
I mean, you're right.
We're not pro-divorce. We're just saying it'll improve your life.
Oh my gosh. All right, let me get at these super chats, guys. So sorry. I actually did better, I think, this week than previous weeks, but we're falling behind here.
Can't blame me last week.
I know. Ed
I
Song,
was
thank you for
sleeping.
the 5. He was in dreamland. There was a clip when Destiny's ex bumped into him from behind and he moaned. I was like, I think there's a chair in his bedroom. Oh.
The weirdest clip I've seen is when, I think it's at a TwitchCon, and there's a Twitch streamer talking to her, and I think he just like kisses her on the lips, like kisses her on the cheek or something,
I think I
something
remember
like
hearing
that.
Yeah.
And Destiny comes over and he's like, no, and he like puts his arm around her. He's like, I'm not okay with this. I'm not okay with this. And he's really like possessive in that thing. It's like that possessiveness does not go hand in hand with I'm not going to gatekeep my girlfriend's vag. Is essentially what he said before.
His girlfriend.
I don't even gatekeep this. It's like,
That's
well,
his
maybe
wife,
you
Oh my
should do.
gosh.
to be
I know,
fair.
right? Slosher, thank you for the Canadian 20. Destiny is human garbage, even if you ignore his personal life. He, on stream, celebrated the deletion of the firefighter Corey, at Trump's rally.
Oh, I heard
Marguerite's
about
least-
that. That's
I
bad.
remember that. I was like, what a sad, disgusting
What a
person.
POS.
Yeah. Anybody that can celebrate, like, okay,
A
the
death?
death of, especially someone innocent. Like, I understand if it's like a mass murderer or something, or someone, you know what I mean? Somebody that's.
Deserved? But
Yeah.
even
Like,
then,
oh,
I still think
For
death-
instance, like a wicked witch
Yeah, I can
that
get
got
that.
monkeys to attack random innocent people in there, like, or maybe like some woman in a wheelchair that's also been like murdering men for something. Maybe both of them are completely evil and just deserve everything. Like a house dropping on them or something. Maybe water melting them in acids, that kind of thing.
Yes, Disparu. Ed Song, thank you for the 5. I loved when Destiny told XQC that Kamala was going to win.
Oh,
XQC
yeah.
bet 1 mil and tried to back out after votes were coming in. That's funny.
He bet $750,000 and I
lost,
think he
right?
got something like 18,000 back.
Oh, damn.
And he only placed it because he asked Destiny with all of his political knowledge who was going to win, and he said Kamala, and
You
he trusted
deserve
him.
to lose money if you're going to Destiny for any kind of advice.
Yeah, but this is XQC. There is an element of this of it's a bit
Entertainment.
like going to a special needs school and then taking their money. There comes a point where you're like, okay, maybe in this example, he didn't know what he was doing.
Silly. Lance, thank you for the 199. Everyone curves differently?
Yeah, which way do you dress?
What?
Do you not know that phrase? Is that just a men's phrase?
It must be a men's phrase.
If you ever
Heard
go
it.
and get like a tailored suit, he will ask you, as a man, he will ask you which way you dress. Do you dress to the left? Do you dress to the right? Because they literally put in the trousers an extra bit of material for which way you dress.
Okay. Yeah, it's a men thing.
Mm-hmm. It's got to go somewhere.
Jadine, thank you for the 499. Gal Gadot is very attractive, but I have standards.
It is also Gal Gadot.
It's not Gal Gadot? I thought it was pronounced Gal Gadot.
I thought
No,
Gadot.
it's Gal Gadot.
Oh, well, I've been pronouncing
That's
it
the way
wrong
she pronounces it.
forever. Oh. Oops. Jason Webster with the Australian 5. Unfortunately, coming soon from Disney, Snow White and god-awful CGI 7 Dwarfs. See it in theaters if you hate yourself. Yeah. I'll probably see it for Saucy, but
I'm probably gonna watch it too.
probably not in theaters, though. We'll see.
You have to review it.
When is it gonna?
Yeah,
when is
you
it?
you have to see it in IMAX. This is what I keep getting told. If you've not seen a movie in IMAX, you can't review it because you haven't seen it properly. I'm like, well, considering my setup at home is better than IMAX theater, I don't know about that one.
When does it come out? Do we know a date yet? It's next year. Oh, okay.
I think it's March 21st, something like that.
Okay.
I need to check my calendar. That's the problem. Is there's too many movies.
I
Think about
know.
December now.
I'm probably gonna go actually see Wicked next week though, because I do want to see it. I like the play. Lance, thank you for the $4.99. I would get arrested for indecent exposure if Vanessa Hudgens was Snow White. She would be a great Snow White.
I don't know if
Vanessa Hudgens. Google her quickly. She's very beautiful, but I think she plays an innocent character really well, just based on High School Musical.
I don't think she would play an innocent character. Not from the first 3 pictures I've seen.
You probably saw the scandalous pictures. Coming soon from Disney. Mufasa.
No, it's just her facial expressions. It's like that. There's nothing about her facial expressions goes, I don't know what I'm doing.
Look up Vanessa Hudgens High School Musical. That might show it. Lone Wolf for 5. Cinderella was the only live action that was good. Agreed.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it had Lily James in it, the picture of femininity. So yeah, no, that one was done so well. I've already talked about that, but they just did a good job with that. Jadine for $4.99. I'm Scott Irish, so I'm a bog person.
Well, no,
I don't even know what that means.
Irish people, a lot of my friends worked in like a bog where they pulled out what's it called, peat or something, which they burned.
Yeah, peat. Yeah. When you get smoked whiskey, it's because they burn peat around it.
Yeah. So it's a common burning, instead of wood, they burn peat and they harvest.
What poor people used to use.
Yeah. Or, I don't know. But I remember stories about this. And so as a Irish person, I don't know about Scottish. A lot of
Scottish
people
definitely have peat bogs.
Oh, really? Okay. So then they always worked at a peat bog in order to make money as a starting job. So
because that is what gives it when people are on about like the smoky taste of whiskey. It is literally called peated whiskey, where they burn peat underneath the barrels to give it the smoky taste.
Carlos, thank you for the 5. Hey, Wicked, you're hot. Remember, you're Sarah Shahi's little sister.
Sarah Shahi. I tell you what, Sarah Shahi in Person of Interest, by God. And that was like everything about it, not just her, but also her character, because she played a psychopath who had no feelings. I'm like, this is amazing.
And this
is my perfect woman. No, she was so amazing. I was like, okay, Kate Beckinsale's done. I've now found a younger version. And she doesn't have emotions. This is great.
You sound like Ryan talking about Sophia Falcone.
No, yeah, but he likes her because of her emotions. I'm like, no.
And her brokenness.
And her psychopathness. That's
only... Yeah, that's not my there's a lot of guys that are into like the step on me kind of thing, and I'm like, no. I have no interest in that at all.
Chris
Although girls with guns are hot. That is a universal truth.
Hey.
Thank you for the 5, Chris. Magic Mirror says Rachel is hotter than Kel. Good dot. Has the queen tried turning the mirror off and back on again?
Actually, no, it doesn't. If you go in the trailer, it goes, well, obviously you are the most beautiful. But, and that is because they've changed the definition of fairest in this to meaning the most just. That's what Rachel said herself. So even the mirror is going, well, obviously you're more attractive than her. But she's actually more just than you are. It was like...
Just does not equal attractiveness, in my opinion. Like, people aren't looking at being just. Like,
well, no, but the thing is, she's called the evil queen. Everybody's more just than her. The random peasant blacksmith is more just than the evil queen. So it doesn't even work then. It's like, I think every single person in the realm is more just than someone with literally the name the evil queen.
Probably. Fairly so.
Disbrew, you need to look up Vanessa Hudgens from Sucker Punch. She's got guns.
I've not seen that.
Eh.
So.
Black Cane for 5. Brandon Sanderson coined the term the Frank Oz rule. It states CGI will always eventually look dated, but a cool puppet is always a cool puppet.
That's true.
That's true.
Like
Agree with
I
that.
look at Gremlins when I watch Gremlins again, because obviously they use some sort of puppets. Like it doesn't look outdated whatsoever. So I can see that.
Agreed.
I'm not into the style in Sucker Punch.
No.
No, there's some scenes where she's basically just in lingerie. It's like, okay. But the actual scenes of a character with the guns, the first ones that come up, I'm like, no.
Let me see. Now I want to see. I haven't watched. Oh,
Can you
okay.
just
I haven't
share it?
seen Sucker
Share
Punch.
it.
Yeah, here. Hold on 1 second. Eggy Orphan.
Like I say, there's a whole group of guys which are into the step on me kind of thing. That's not me. I am very much
she's
into the
hot.
girly girl kind of girl. And I didn't
mean,
used to be, but I think the more that leftism took like the blue-haired kind of scene girl away from me, now I'm just like, whatever is the opposite of that.
I mean, I've always been a fan of Vanessa Hudgens, so
I like her too. Yeah, same. I haven't
It's
seen
good.
Sucker Punch though. To watch that.
same.
Eggy Orphan for 5. I didn't like Pinocchio live action, but as a woodworker, Geppetto's workplace looked great with worn out table and old tools. This just doesn't feel real. Agreed.
Yeah,
It
no,
doesn't.
and that's why the beds look so freaking fake.
Pinocchio
do.
would have been a great hit with the ladies, though, wouldn't he?
I just keep telling lies.
She's like, yeah, lie for me. Yeah.
Lie for me more, baby.
Mike Wilson Art, thank you for gifting 5 memberships.
Saucy.
Saucy.
Saucy. Mini Gallon for 5. I'm joining in on the drinking this week since my Huskies are down against the Quacks. I'm sloshed. Take my money. Well, thank you.
No, I thought he meant dogs, and then I realized it's some kind of sports team over there.
I thought dogs at first too, and
Yeah.
the second part, yeah.
Either that, or there's like his Huskies are murdering a load of like
Ducks.
psychotherapists. The Quacks.
Jadine, thank you for the $9.99. Disbrew is a sane male. Crazy females mess it all up.
True.
Crazy female messed it all up.
That's why we must shame them into submission.
Jason Webster with Australian 5, thank you. Coming soon from master filmmakers Francis Coppola, Disney Apocalypse Now, The Hollywood Horror.
Who is Francis Coppola?
Coppola, he's done quite a few movies. Slosher, thank you for the 5. The bow tie really tied the room together, did it not? Or the bow really tied the room together, did it not? It did. Telling you.
Wait,
One of the first pictures I get is him holding a
bow.
revolver.
Huh?
One of the first... Oh, we did Megaropolis. I have heard of that movie. Yeah, one of the first pictures of him is him with a revolver like that. I'm like, whoa.
This guy's cool.
His selfies go hard. Oh, he did he was the Godfather Apocalypse Now. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Godfather. Mini Gallon for another 5. Thank you. Speaking of girls with guns, this brew might like Anna Paulina Luna.
I've never heard of her.
Me neither. Let's look it up.
Okay, wait, when they say guns, you mean just literally guns,
The moment
right?
on my first picture, I was like, no.
No? Share. I want to see.
Yeah,
Former
share
Maxim
yours.
model representative. Oh, she's one of your MPs. Oh, I've seen her on like the bikini thing. I think the Make America Great bikini.
Oh yeah, and I know who that is now.
Show it.
Did you already exit out, Disbrew? Did you lose the tab? His tabs attacked him before the stream. Where's that sound coming from?
That was actually legitimately funny because it was like, what the heck is happening?
Steam randomly started playing, like, it had been sitting there in the background for like 2 hours. And then randomly started to play the video advertising the game.
She's really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like her bathing suit.
It's the bathing suit that I remembered it from. It wasn't that. It was that bathing suit. I remembered that picture.
Oh, that's a good one too.
But when you think of like stuff like that in Hollywood, Hollywood should be full of the hottest people that you can find in the entire world, and they should all be like in their early 20s, and then you upgrade. That's what Hollywood should. It should be literally the peak, for men and women, the peak attractive people. It's just that men have a longer shelf life, but it is literally meant to be the most attractive people go to Hollywood, and that's not true anymore. And that's why you end up getting people going, why don't you look at this MP? It's like, yeah, it's
true.
I have a feeling that Americans, if they travel to like Eastern Europe, would have a big surprise.
Hollywood used to be about being glamorous, right? Like it was supposed to be more of a fantasy, not where you gotta throw everyday people into it. I mean, it depends on the role. Like you could have a role where someone has to look dumpy or whatever, but it's like they take roles where there's supposed to be some beautiful woman and they make her dumpy, or some very like masculine, strong man.
It's like putting me as Superman.
Boy.
I shouldn't be pissing Superman, but that's what they're doing with the women. It's like, oh, they're like, well, she doesn't need to be hot. No, she doesn't need to be. Do you need to make money, though? That's literally the response. You should know your audience. Whereas now Hollywood is going, well, men like the attractive women, so we're not going to give it to them. So,
yeah, it's so stupid. Slosher for Canadian 5. Obviously, you're not a golfer. Big Lebowski. All right. We are caught up on supers. What do you guys have going on this week? You got any videos coming out, Disparu?
My current video is about Spellbound and the interviews for Spellbound, which literally got me so angry I just stopped recording, and that is the end of the video. Oh. I actually messaged Steph and was like, I'm gonna have to put it out tomorrow because I don't think I can do it today. I need to calm down and then see if anything I recorded is viable, because I was so angry. And I was like, in most of the video, was just like a weird rant that I'd put it together. And I didn't actually end up cutting anything out, because when I rewatched, I was like, oh, okay, this is fine. But it got horrific, because at first, the interviews of Spellbound are fine, and then they start talking about how beautiful divorce is. Now we all need divorces. Now divorce is amazing. And the director starts talking about we all need this kind of thing. The more I heard, the more angry I got. So there's that video, and then I'm gonna do something on Wicked once I've gone through the interviews.
Those will
have
be good.
fun.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean the movie, not Wicked Virtue.
Thanks.
Oh my
I don't
God.
do interviews. It's a hate video about me.
Yeah.
What I do?
I've just been collecting clips for the last year.
Me saying stupid stuff. Actually really.
Can you call the video Wicked?
This is actually like the journalistic thing. I have
infiltrated.
Yeah, I have infiltrated the group, and I've just been collecting data. Gonna release my hit piece.
I'm scared of what he got on
He's
X-Ray,
been
because
doing
you're on
so
two
much
shows with her.
research, undercover.
Nobody needs a hit piece on X-Ray. You just wait till the next stream.
I'm pretty open.
I'm glad you said that and not me.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways,
what do you have going on, X-Ray?
tomorrow I am building one of my Lego flowers, which I'm so excited about.
Oh, that's
for my building
cute.
stream. And then Sunday Fun Day, I think we're playing Valheim. And then I don't know. I am going to date my 4 Asian women on Monday, likely again, and make it six hearts under one roof instead of 5 hearts. Sorry, Az, you can't have 6.
I do wonder whether Az watched the same, because I saw Asmongold playing that, and then the very next day Az was playing it. And I do wonder whether he watched the same Asmongold video and like,
Maybe?
I need to play this.
I just heard people like, you need to play this. And I'm like, okay, I'll try. No big deal.
Well, this thing, I started watching Asmongold's playthrough as a meme. I was like, what on earth is this crap? By the end of his video, I was really invested. I've watched all, like, he's played for like 6 hours. I've watched it all.
Here, you can read this one, Disparu, from Jedine for $4.99. Thank you.
Don't B, a communist.
I knew he was gonna yell it. That's why I said it. I won't be. I'm gonna be doing some Christmas stuff, and so I'm not gonna be streaming for a couple days, but I'll be back to gaming at the end of the week and Saucy. So not much
Sweet.
going on for me. Some vlogs will be up though at some point, probably at the end of the week. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. I know this was I mean, it's always fun. We just Wicked and Snow White, very kind of girly, but
One
when Discourse
topic.
here.
We only reached one topic tonight.
No, we did two. We did the Wicked and Snow White. The Wicked interviews. We did it. We did it.
Okay. It just
All
kind
right.
of
I don't even know what that'd be. It'd be like, well, you've got like Glicked, but what would Wicked and Snow White be? Because you kind of end up at white again.
Wicked White.
Snicked. I don't know. I don't know.
Snow Wicked. I don't know.
Yes, snicked. I was like, wait.
Nicked.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we are gonna head out, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Go get Glicked. I'll see you.